Is the one to see. Call 387-2323.
Offices in Baton Rouge.
1045 WNXX Jackson, 1049 KNXX Donaldsonville, and WDGL HD2 Baton Rouge. This hour is brought to you by Spencer Callahan Injury Lawyers. In times of need, get a full list of phone numbers, websites, and other important emergency information on the Demco Stormwatch page at 1045ESPN.com. 1045 Baton Rouge.
Hey, it's Dorian Oka. Join me and Mel Kiper Jr. for Dorian Mel Saturday mornings at 8 on 1045 ESPN Baton Rouge.
Good morning. It's 7 a.m. on Friday, October the 30th. Today in Baton Rouge, expect to see sunny skies with a high of 68. Coming up today on Off the Bench, presented by All-Star Toyota, Hunt Palmer of the LSU Sports Radio Network stops by at 7:30. SEC Network analyst Cole Cubelic at 8:30. LSU Sports Radio Network Marlon Favorite at 9. And we have the D-Generation Dome at 9:30. Follow today's show on Twitter or Instagram at OTB_ESPN. Watch the show live over at the 1045 ESPN YouTube channel. Interact inside the Bayou Ford chat. And make sure you're subscribed to the Off the Bench and Off the Bench Overtime YouTube channels. Set your notifications. New content is posted there daily. Hour number 1 of Off the Bench starts right now.
All-Star Toyota presents Off the Bench with Jordy Collada and T-Bob Hebert. ESPN Baton Rouge, New Orleans, Alexandria.
Off and at it off the bench, 104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge, 100.3 ESPN Radio in New Orleans, 94.7 ESPN Alexandria, online at 1045ESPN.com. I am Steve Jobs. That is Olaf. Musso, who are you?
I think I'm supposed to be Harry Potter, but I'm not really sure.
Yeah,
Danny? Absolutely.
I thought Danny was Suge Knight.
Dwayne Johnson, 80s outfit.
90s.
Or
90s rock.
90s rock.
Danny is 90s rock. The best rock with an earring, gold chain, fanny pack, and stonewashed jeans.
No way I can keep these bifocals on for any longer. They're prescription grade bifocals. I can't see anything in front of me. I don't even know how many fingers I have up right now.
I mean, those are some, I don't know who you got those from, but those are some Coke bottle glasses right there.
T, you won the costume contest. You look great.
I'm actually, I like this costume. I love this costume, obviously, and I plan on wearing it all weekend in the studio. But when you see Danny's 90s rock and see the reference original picture, which it sounds like you may be unaware of, you're going to realize how out of the park Danny knocked it. I mean, it is picture perfect. So I think Cardenas deserves the dub here.
You know that shot of Suge Knight where he's holding the two Dobermans on the chain?
Yeah.
That's what he looks like.
Definite
where he's got
Suge
the black,
Knight
where he's got the turtleneck.
But I mean, that's 90s as well, right?
Yeah, for sure.
So that was the hotness back then. Who knows? Look. There is 90s rock.
Okay.
And now look at Danny. Danny, stand up. Give us a full view.
Yeah.
I mean, look, fanny pack.
He nailed it. He crushed it.
Everything.
That's a home run
He
right
looks
there.
90s.
And he looks like The Rock. He's like jacked. He's got
The
the
hair.
hair going on. Yeah.
What?
Did you get the fanny pack?
It's perfect. Yeah, he's got the fanny pack on. It's perfect. It is.
Eddie.
It is literal perfection. Also, sneaky good costume by Danny because this obviously tough on parties, right?
Yeah.
Danny, on the other hand, still like looks attractive, but it's still funny. You don't take yourself seriously. It's really just a home run costume from every angle.
No, it is. When you explain it like that, there's not a lot of effort that goes into it, but there's a lot of appreciation once you show up.
Nailed it. Good job, Danny. I'm very
Crushed it,
proud of
Dan.
you.
In fact, you know what? I'm changing my vote.
Yep. There we go.
I'm behind the poll. I've got the curtain pulled, and I'm going from Olaf, and I'm going to 90s rock. All right, stick around here on Off the Bench. The next 3 hours, we're going to talk all about LSU-Auburn coming up on Halloween, which should be pretty spooky when you think about the history of that rivalry. We will talk to Hunt Palmer coming up at 7:30 this morning. Whitney Breaux is going to be in studio with us at 8 a.m., giving us some success stories from the month of October with her Day 18 campaign. She'll also be downstairs with Brian Haldane on Talk 107.3 FM. And at 8:30, SEC Network, Cole Cubelic will stop by and talk about the slate of college football weekends. If you are watching us on YouTube, we appreciate it and always invite your interaction over on our YouTube station at 104.5 ESPN. If you've got your costume on today, tweet at us. Get at us on social media. Give us a selfie. Give us some type of look of what you're rocking inside the office, at school. Let us know. Hashtag OTB costume inside of the Bayou Ford chat app or on all of our social media platforms. Hit us on Twitter at OTB_ESPN. Here are your headlines on this Friday, October 30th, presented every single day by our friends over at Barbecue Guys.
OTB headlines are brought to you by Barbecue Guys. They're your one-stop shop for everything outdoor kitchens and living. Barbecue Guys, helping America host better barbecues since 1998.
Ed Ogeron, head coach of the LSU football program, met with the media yesterday afternoon for the final time on game week. Before the announcements from the press briefing, LSU put out, or senior outside linebacker tweeted out, Trevez Moore announced that he was opting out of his senior season. Ogeron yesterday talking a little bit about Apu Ika, who earlier this week put his name into the transfer portal.
You know, Apu, I recruited Apu, a great young man, great family. And we recruited him to play in the 3-4 defense. And, he came very heavy. He wanted to be a zero technique nose tackle. He got down to 340. But with the 4-3 scheme, we wanted more quickness there. And he was struggling a little bit. And I wanted him to stay, but he thought that he could go find a place, especially my suggestion was go find a place that plays the 3-4. He's more of a 3-4 nose tackle, and I think he can have a heck of a career.
I mean, remember the question we asked before the season started about Apu Ika not fitting into this 3-4 and how big that impact would be? Well, it looks like it was big enough to force him to go find greener pastures. And what now? When you look, how many scholarship players is LSU down to?
I mean, they've
69.
They're below 70.
68, which is
Trevez
wild.
Moore opt out, Apu Ika. That's two right there.
I mean, you're considering, what are you allowed? 85 scholarships.
Yeah.
If you're down to 60, I mean, you're getting into like the nearly 25% of your roster being unaccounted for. This is like a team having like a ton of dead money on the books. You're just because of this exodus, you were just not taking advantage of the full resources that you're allotted. It just seems like it's kind of bad news on top of bad news for LSU recently. And look, Trez Moore is like not like a great starting line hit, but it is just another depth hit that makes you a bit more tenuous. So I don't know. Here's to hoping that the good news can come from Saturday. They can beat Auburn and kind of maybe like stem the bleeding a little bit.
The screenshot when T-Bob is solo on the screen is pretty epic. This shot right here on your top left, if you're watching T, and if you're looking on if you're watching on YouTube,
yeah, I can see perfectly.
Just T-Bob breaking down your sports here on this Friday morning, dressed like Olaf on your YouTube station.
In summer.
Clemson quarterback Trevor Lawrence has tested positive for COVID-19 and will miss Saturday's game against Boston College. Lawrence released a statement on social media saying his symptoms were mild and that the only thing that hurt is missing an opportunity to be with my teammates this weekend and play the game I love. Lawrence, who is on track for a Heisman season here in 2020, has completed 71% of his passes with 21 touchdowns through 6 games. NFL weekend started last night. Week 8, the Atlanta Falcons beat the Carolina Panthers 25-17 on Thursday Night Football. Deion Jones had 6 tackles and a sack for Atlanta. Russell Gage had 2 grabs for 25 yards for the Falcons. And for Carolina, Dante Jackson had 3 stops and an interception. This weekend, the New Orleans Saints are in Chicago at Soldier Field taking on the Bears. The Saints are road favorites, favored by 2.5. on the road. Here's Drew Brees talking about that Saints defense, the Chicago Bears defense, in which they'll go up against on Sunday afternoon.
Yeah, well, they rush the passer. That's something they've always done a great job of. And so, when you look at, just for example, their big play reel, they don't give up a lot of big plays, and it's a product of great pass rush. They get to you before you really have a chance for things to develop. And obviously, they're really good on the back end too. They got 2 really good safeties, 2 very good corners. and obviously, good nickel and dime players too. So they're good in coverage. So equate, tight coverage plus good pass rush, usually equals, good results for a defense.
Yeah. And being outside is always a challenge for Drew Brees as well.
Sean Payton talking about, here you go, Musa, this is 2. Payton talking about the outdoor environment.
Yeah, I think the surface, it's hard to simulate that relative to what we're used to down here with some of the Bermuda grasses. There's some wind today, which is perfect because I think we're going to have a pretty gusty day. The forecast is calling low 40s with a fair amount of wind. It's right off the lake there, but I think the footing and the outdoor conditions have always played a factor in games played there.
Yeah, and that sort of tough sledding, if you will, with the wind and the rain. Obviously, if you're trying to think who would that favor, it would be the offense that is already terrible, right? It would be the Chicago Bears offense because you can't slow down something that's already crawling along. You can slow down the Saints attack by making it harder on them, combined with a very good Bears defense.
3:25 start on Sunday. Eagle 98.1 is where you can catch it for New Orleans Saints action. And tomorrow morning, your pregame coverage begins at 9:30 on the LSU flagship. It'll be Jimmy Ott and Charlie Hannegriff handing it off to the boys, Moscona and T-Bob Hebert for game day scoreboard, leading you into kickoff as Hunt Palmer of the LSU Sports Radio Network, pre- and post-game host, will be here at 7:30 this morning. Those are your headlines. Hunt Palmer, 20 minutes from now.
OTB headlines are presented daily by Barbecue Guys. Remember, the most popular grill on the market is Blaze Grills. Blaze Grills is headquartered in Baton Rouge. Shop on the web at barbecueguys.com. Off the Bench with Jordy Culotta and T-Bob Hebert. ESPN Baton Rouge, New Orleans, Alexandria.
Central Plumbing Company brings you OTB Daily here. Remember, get in touch with them, 925-8552. Was speaking to some people last night over at Traction that were still dealing with without power. If you've lost power in South Louisiana and you need a generator, full service generator to keep your home up and operating, remember, Central Plumbing Company can sell and install you that today, but they can also take care of your commercial and residential plumbing services. They have made a reputation for being the best in the game since the mid-'70s. Let them help you today. 925-8552 or online at centralplumbing.org.
Centralplumbing.org, centralplumbing.org. Remember, it's not just residential. You have an office building, maybe a castle like Arendelle. You need your plumbing needs met, regardless of what those reindeer might do to the toilets. Well, Central Plumbing is your answer. They have the correct insurance, paperwork, and personnel to take care of that. They can cover your entire building, right? But maybe you're like me, it's just in your home. Old, new, it doesn't matter. Simple, complex. They've seen it all in 40 years. They can fix it all. Go to centralplumbing.org today.
In times of need, get a full list of phone numbers, websites, and other important emergency information on the Demco Stormwatch page at 1045ESPN.com.
This is it, what smart customers wait for all year. The Richards Honda Trade-In, Trade-Up event. Right now, get more money for your trade and a great price on something new. That's a win-win. Only at richardshonda.com. The smart choice.
Gulf Coast Bank and Trust is a local bank with a straightforward philosophy.
It's about doing the right thing for our customers.
Participating in our community with annual local fundraisers. Offering individual attention in a modern banking atmosphere with a trusted local company. Gulf Coast Bank invested in technology with a local touch, giving our customers the power to bank anywhere, anytime.
We're building relationships through personal service as a bank that cares about you.
Gulf Coast Bank and Trust, the bank that cares about you.
I've been doing business with Luba for 25 years. They're dependable, trustworthy. It's just the attention to detail with our clients.
Our folks have years and years of experience. They're highly trained professionals. But many companies have that asset. What I'd like to think makes Luba a bit different is that we use those talents in a way that truly is dedicated to serving the needs of the folks who depend on us.
At All-Star Toyota, you get it all. If you're in the market for an all-new Toyota vehicle, come see our friendly and knowledgeable sales team at All-Star Toyota. Located in Baton Rouge at the corner of Airline and Goodwood, we've been serving our community since 2005 by offering a large selection of new Toyota cars, trucks, and SUVs. Get behind the wheel of your dream car and take a test drive at All-Star Toyota today.
Gulf Coast Office Products is a nationally recognized Savin office equipment dealer based right here in Louisiana. Over 100 employees strong, Gulf Coast has the boots on the ground to support all vertical markets, from education, engineering, legal, and finance. With the latest in office technology, from desktop to production segment units, Gulf Coast and Savin have the perfect fit for you. Call 225-756-2644. That's 756-2644 for Gulf Coast Office Products.
Are you a licensed contractor? There's lots of good contractors in Louisiana doing work the right way, but unfortunately, too many unlicensed contractors are working outside the licensing requirements. Working as a contractor in Louisiana requires a license for the company doing the work. The Louisiana State Licensing Board for Contractors wants to help you get licensed to allow you to conduct work legally. It's not difficult to get the license. We can help you. Go to lacontractor.org for more information. Licensed contractors, it's the law.
Upgrading your ride is as easy as richardshonda.com during the Trade-In, Trade-Up event. It's a once-a-year event with great prices on every vehicle in stock. So trade up today. I-12 at Millerville Road and richardshonda.com.
Hey, it's Matt Moscona inviting you to join us for a Football Friday edition of AFR presented by Don Juan Cigar Bar. Phil Steele previews the weekend slate of games. Terry O's here with us, our guest picker. Join us 3 to 6, 104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge.
All-Star Toyota presents Off the Bench with Jordy Collada and T-Bob Hebert. ESPN Baton Rouge, New Orleans, Alexandria.
All right, stick around. Hunt Palmer from the LSU Sports Radio Network will stop by in 15 minutes. We will preview LSU-Auburn. As everyone knows, the history of this series, always a quirky game, something always around this that people live on and talk on for a long time. A tough day yesterday over at LSU, and COVID-19 and the budget cuts caught up with the state university. As in a statement, LSU said that they are expected to lose about $80 million in revenue, and due to that number, the athletic department laid off employees and announced high-ranking members taking pay cuts as the budget constraints continue to affect our state and the athletic department over at LSU. Anybody over there with at the LSU athletic building earning over $80,000 and was retained are subject to a 5% salary decrease in 2021. The athletic department will not give out bonuses to coaches and staff for at least 1 year. LSU will only approve new positions, promotions, salary adjustments, and position replacements in essential situations. That goes through June 30th of 2023. So when you say that out loud and you talk about staff changes and bringing in new people, there is a freeze on that right now up to 2023. Coaches and other employees with contracts have been asked to voluntarily reduce their annual salary by 5% next year. AD Scott Woodward, football coach Ed Ogeron, baseball coach Paul Maneri, Will Wade, the basketball coach, and others have agreed to that plan. If you just reduce Ogeron's annual base salary, that is $6 million each season. If you reduce that by 5%, you'd save the athletic department $300,000. So Ogeron said yesterday that he is very willing to participate. He said the thing that he liked about it was that there was no cuts to the athletes, to the student athletes. They're traveling the same way. They get the same amount of food. He said that the 5% decrease is very generous. He's seen and talked to other schools that are going up to 10%. He was very glad to do it. So it was a tough day at LSU, and some people that we know very well and some people that have helped out this show very much in the past have lost their jobs. So it was a tough day for the LSU athletic department, as yesterday we saw COVID-19 really strike that office. So that is a tough way to start here on a Friday. It's a tough story, but that's just the facts of what is happening over there on South Stadium Drive and Skip Burtman Drive as they go into a game weekend in which, T-Bob, you and I were speaking in the break, and I think that this is kind of the common feel around this program right now. Is very uneasiness, is very discomfort when you look at the stories of Apu Ika going into the transfer portal earlier this week. Trevez Moore, even though he's not an impact player, he opts out of his senior season. And you just look at the numbers and where they sit right now. I mean, they're under 70 scholarship players going on the road to a conference opponent tomorrow to take on Auburn. It seems like the news against recruiting is going to be bad tomorrow when you talk about Sage Landry, the number one.
Sage Ryan.
I'm sorry, Sage Ryan, the number one safety in the country, who seems like he's going to choose Alabama over LSU tomorrow. So right now, LSU needs they need to go to Jordan-Hare tomorrow and really perform well, and they're going to have to do that with a true freshman quarterback because, as Ogeron said yesterday, they do not expect Miles Brennan to go.
Yeah, this is a hell of a somber way to start a show dressed up in a giant Olaf costume. So I apologize.
It's all yours, T.
I apologize for any of the disconnect there. So yeah, let's just talk about the actual football game, right? Because in times the actual football can be a port in the storm, if you will, right? There's no doubt that if you were just to look at LSU football as a whole right now, things are not trending well. None of it feels good right now. But you know what did feel good? Last week when you kicked South Carolina's ass. So you have another opportunity to go and feel good this weekend with his Auburn football team. And if you haven't grabbed The Advocate yet today or head over to theadvocate.com, I'd really recommend checking out Rabelais' article this morning. I think he absolutely nailed it, where he's kind of laying out that, look, this is the ultimate trick-or-treat game for what I would call the ultimate kind of trick-or-treat seasons, right? It's been a very spooky season thus far for LSU and Auburn. I mean, here LSU is at 500 despite having maybe the easiest schedule in the SEC. Auburn has yet to play their toughest games. They sit here at 3-2, arguably should be 1-4. And as Ravs points out in the article, to show what a spooky season it's been for both teams, this is the first time since 1999 that both of these teams enter this game unranked.
Yeah, it is a series, and a series with history that you can almost point back to each season and point out the games, right? I mean,
Yeah.
I can remember all the way back to when I was 8, 9 years old. I was at the earthquake game in 1988 with my grandfather. That's one of my first real memories of LSU football, being inside Death Valley that night, being inside Tiger Stadium that night with about 80,000 others in what was a terrible football game. LSU didn't cross the 50-yard line until the fourth quarter and then set up the scoring drive to Eddie Fuller from Tommy Hodson that, we still talk about today. But, I mean, so many games. I still remember you guys going over there. I believe it was your sophomore season in which Jarrett Lee got his first action thrown into the mix. His first throw was a pick six on a screen route to Keelan Williams, and then he bounces back to throw a game winner to Brandon LaFell on the road. And I believe for a while that was the only time that the road team had won this game for at least about a decade. This was a series.
I believe.
This was a series that really the home team has dominated for the last 25 years.
But as we pointed out yesterday, and shout out Jarrett Lee, he was actually National Offensive Player of the Week that week. But this is a series that LSU, since the Saban era in 2003, has had the majority of these successes.
Yeah.
Kind of under the radar, although there are still classics, and although it's still close the majority of the time, LSU's 11-4 in the last 15. And I think it might be like 5 of the last 7, or maybe it's like 4 of the last 6. Like LSU has managed to consistently beat Auburn as of late, save for the odd year. Now, when you speak of the odd year, though, it's so hard. We're supposed to sit here. We're supposed to give predictions. This is the hardest team that I've ever seen to predict. And I'm talking about LSU here, just because of how inexplicably bad they've been at times, and then at other times they look really good. The spookiest part to me, I would say, about this LSU team is that they give up entirely too many big plays. Remember, we charted all the plays against Mizzou. I think it was 19 plays of 10 yards or more. Rabs took it a step further, and on the year, LSU has given up 17 plays of 20 yards or more. That is by far the most in the SEC. Where that maybe gets a bit spookier is that the very good Auburn receiver Seth Williams actually has 10 catches of 20-plus yards, which, again, leads the SEC. And maybe where it gets spookiest is I don't know that I see LSU completely fixing this. I think you can cut down on them with some simple things like keep it contained, et cetera, et cetera. But ultimately, I think that this is a team that's just going to bust plays and give up big ones. They have to kind of hope to do what they did against South Carolina last week, which is accept that they will happen, but then try to keep them out of the end zone like they did last week. They did a good job of bending and not breaking. And if they can do that, and then if the offense can run the ball and get out to a lead, then you put it on Bo Nix. And if you put it on Bo Nix, I do believe that you will win. Like, I still do firmly believe that. I have a few reasons why LSU fans should maybe be scared going into this game, or what could scare them the most. Do y'all want me to list them? Do you want to go through any that you have? Or maybe I read some, and then if some pops into your head, you can dive into it.
You're talking about, like, what scares you from Auburn's standpoint?
What scares me from, yes, like, how does LSU lose this game? Like, for instance, first on the list, if LSU can't run the ball, Tiger fans should be scared. And then it's not a knock on TJ Finley or anything else. It's just that when you look at this offense and when you look at trying to have success against Kevin Steele, a running game, and the same thing we said last week, taking a lot of that pressure off of and that burden off of TJ Finley's shoulders will go a long way towards helping you. If you make this game TJ Finley versus Kevin Steele, I would love it if Finley, shocks me and just balls out even more and wins that game. And if he did win that game, well, that would be mighty interesting. Wouldn't it be very fun to think about what this young quarterback could be? But I still think that's just where we sit today, a losing formula for LSU. If LSU can't get pressure with their defensive ends, LSU should be scared. Like we said, South Carolina was able to get consistent pressure against Bo Nix. What did he do? It caused him to throw multiple picks. Something that he doesn't normally do, but he's not dealing with people in his face as much as he was that game. If you can't get pressure and you let Nick sit back there, that's going to be terrifying because anybody can pick your apart if they have time, and that probably means you're losing that battle on the line of scrimmage, and they're going to run all over you. If any of the starting O-linemen have to miss time, I think LSU should be scared. Charles Turner is your first backup in all 5 positions. Hell of a job by Turner winning that job 5 ways across, but he is still a large drop-off from whoever he would be replacing. It would be especially worrisome at tackles given how good those guys played last week. Remember, I talked about South Carolina getting consistent pressure on Auburn. They did none of that against LSU because of that tackle play. If the linebackers continue to play the way they have, LSU fans should be scared. Why? Because Tank Bigsby will wreck you. And I was already scared of the interior defensive line. Apu Ika is now gone. They feel even less impactful. So I need Glenn Logan, Neil Farrell, Joseph Evans. Those guys must step up and help defend better against the run. And really, you just got to be stronger up the middle in general, or you're going to be in for a spooky, scary time on Saturday.
Yeah, for sure. They better tackle. They better tackle Bigsby, because if he gets going early, it'll be a long day.
Yeah, I mean, the real key is put it on Nix's shoulders, right? And that's probably not going to be just from you shutting them down defensively, because that's going to require everybody clicking on all cylinders. It's going to require the offense having success and getting out to a lead and making Auburn feel like they just can't rely on Tank Bigsby, because if they can, he can wear down an LSU rush defense that leaves a lot to be desired. And again, please, no more super spooky, super inexcusable losing of contain, okay? Know your gap, do your job, protect your gap, and trust your teammates to protect theirs, just like Olaf trusts Anna, Elsa, Sven, Christoph, the rest of the crew. I need that same trust out of these LSU defenders tomorrow.
Ogeron talking about Bo Nix and what he expects from the quarterback spot tomorrow afternoon.
Yeah, I think so. We consider him a dual threat quarterback. Sometimes he's like a big tailback back there. He gets some empty package with a tight end there, runs the power, just like a Wildcat. So we're gonna have to teach him, treat him like a Wildcat quarterback, and really gonna have to wrap up and gang tackle him to get him down.
O said he sees similarities between the Auburn offense and the Mizzou attack.
It's going to be a challenge. It's always been a challenge. Every year, Gus's offense is a challenge, especially with shifts and more formations. I think our team has got better. Our defense has got better, especially along the lines of communication from Missouri. We had less mental errors last week. We weren't perfect, but we did have less mental errors. And I think that the defense is simplified enough to where we can put our cleats in the grass and play. Now, Tank Bigsby is an excellent running back. The quarterback can run the football. They got great athletes. It's going to be a challenge. We have to make plays in space, and we have to tackle well.
So something to watch for this weekend. One of the most infuriating part about the Mizzou film was that anytime Mizzou would do a pre-snap motion, it looked like somebody had lobbed a grenade into the middle of the LSU defense, just caused panic. Just be on the lookout. When Auburn motions, is LSU just calmly kind of pointing? Maybe you guys take a couple of shifts over, step over, or is it a lot of frantic pointing, talking? Are guys set when the ball is snapped? That will go a long way towards telling you how this defense is going to play.
Hunt Palmer from the LSU Sports Radio Network next.
Off the Bench with Kalana and T-Bob.
Brought to you daily by the Lanois, Lanoix agency.com. Remember, Randy, Brian, and David this morning can get in touch with you and help you out with auto insurance, home insurance, business insurance, flood insurance. You got floods this week with the storms that came through, and you want a new quote to see if you can't save some money on your insurance installments each month. Get in touch with Lanois Insurance, Lanoix agency.com.
LanoisAgency.com, LanoisAgency.com, a literal one-stop insurance agent, right? I mean, they can bundle all those policies together like Jordy's talking about. One day, I guess last year, I need some flood insurance. I realized I didn't have it. Well, they got it to me. They got me max coverage at a great rate that I'm comfortable with, so I have that peace of mind. And isn't what one of the core things about this peace of mind, as well as knowing that they're working with your best interest at heart, trying to save you money, and when you have to file a claim, making sure you're satisfied. All of that happens with Lanois. Go to LanoisAgency.com today.
Off the Bench, hanging with Esther and Hanny, after further review and more, are all live daily on the 104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge YouTube channel. Subscribe now to interact with us inside the live chat driven by Bayou Ford.
Oh, hey, what's up? It's Big D and Bubba, 100.7 The Tiger Morning Show. We'd love for you to join us every weekday, 4 a.m. till 9 a.m.
Yeah, everything you want in a show. Country music. We got laughs. We got celebrity in-studio guests. We just need you.
Join us every weekday morning, 4 a.m. to 9 a.m., right where it all started.
That's right. Louisiana's country station, 100.7 The Tiger.
Gulf Coast Bank and Trust is a local bank with a straightforward philosophy.
It's about doing the right thing for our customers.
Participating in our community with annual local fundraisers, offering individual attention in a modern banking atmosphere with a trusted local company. Gulf Coast Bank invested in technology with a local touch, giving our customers the power to bank anywhere, anytime.
We're building relationships through personal service as a bank that cares about you.
Gulf Coast Bank and Trust, the bank that cares about you.
This is a house call. This is a follow-up appointment. This is a diabetes checkup. This isn't just more convenient care, it's more advanced care. This is innovating healthcare at Louisiana's #1 hospital, Ochsner.
ServiceMaster Elite create clean, disinfected work environments. As a local business, we take pride in serving the New Orleans and Baton Rouge areas. Our cleaning protocols follow CDC and OSHA standards for healthcare settings, offices, senior living, restaurants, and industrial plants. Contact ServiceMaster Elite to get your operation ready for reopening with germ disinfection cleaning. ServiceMaster Elite, the trusted choice in professional cleaning since 1996.
To all of our heroes working on the front lines of this COVID-19 pandemic, your bravery and selflessness represent the very best of us, and we want to say thank you. I'm asking everyone around the state to join me in celebrating the heroism of our healthcare professionals on the 19th of every month at 1900 hours, that's 7 p.m. Write a note of appreciation, make plans to donate to charitable organizations, or say a prayer. To learn more, visit 19thanks.org. Thank you, and God bless.
T-Bob Abear here with breaking news. Front to Back Boat Services is the shop to upgrade your boat tech this fall. With not one but two NMEA certified techs, who better to install your Panoptic sonar, your HD displays. You want to see the fish under the water before you even cast? They have that. Trolling motor you could control with your iPhone? They have that. So what are you waiting for? Get into Front to Back Boat Services right now. Upgrade your boat tech. Make your boat.
Coming up on Game Time with Jimmy Otts. It's a Lock of the Week Friday, live from Ruffino's on Highland Road. Join Jimmy, Rohan Davey, and Ruffin Rodriguez as they preview the weekend in football. Tune in at 10 a.m. on 104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge.
All-Star Toyota presents Off the Bench with Jordy Collada and T-Bob Abear. ESPN Baton Rouge, New Orleans, Alexandria.
All right, an hour from now, we'll talk SEC football with Cole Cubelic, who, in my opinion, is the best college football analyst out there. If you're listening to anybody break down the game, you won't find anybody who is more prepared, who has more knowledge about the sport than Cole Cubelic from the SEC Network and ESPN. He'll stop by here in 1 hour on Off the Bench. We'll talk to Whitney Breaux coming up in about 20 minutes, and Hunt Palmer is with us every Friday here on OTB. 2:30 kickoff tomorrow, which means that Hunt and the crew take to the air at 12:30, and will be on as soon as the game goes final. Wherever you catch your LSU sports, your LSU football games, right here in the listening area, it'll be Eagle 98.1 on the LSU flagship. But if you're down in New Orleans on WWL and over in Alexandria, make sure you tune into the LSU Sports Radio Network as Hunt Palmer and Marlon Favorite Brandon Taylor will be getting you set up for kickoff tomorrow. How do you feel about this one, Hunt? Happy Halloween, buddy.
Well, I appreciate that.
Did you go as a frat boy this year?
Yeah, that's me. That's me with the quarter zip and some jeans on. I gotta go to work, so I guess T-Bob can wear the Olaf costume to work. Doesn't exactly work as well in the insurance game, but it's gonna be interesting. For a lot of different reasons. I mean, Bo Nix is just interesting, period, because, I was talking about this on Hester's show yesterday. It's like he is off schedule so often and trying to make a play. And to me, it almost feels sometimes like a high school quarterback because he's a good athlete. He can extend plays. He's got a good arm. And he's just kind of running out there. And if he gets outside the pocket or a little bit off rhythm, he'll throw a jump ball up to Seth Williams. It might be a 70-yard touchdown. He might throw one off his back foot right into a linebacker's gut. He might, a couple times, he's tried to make some ridiculous, mid-air flip to avoid a sack, and it's half grounding but almost intercepted. It's a wild scene when he gets out of the pocket, and he does it all the time.
So Bo Nix is a sophomore. LSU's going to be starting a true freshman for the first time on the road. Last week, he got his first start in Tiger Stadium, and he was the story, right? I mean, everybody was talking about just how cool he was and how well he played. What'd you take away from Finley last week, and what do you expect from him tomorrow?
Brilliant job of getting him in position to succeed. First drive was 16 plays, 13 of them were runs. They knew what he was comfortable with, those slants to big targets over the middle with Marshall and Gilbert. They kept him out of harm's way with the running game. The offensive line did a great job of not letting South Carolina get pressure and giving him time to make the throws he wanted to make. Entering the game, the biggest story for me was third downs, where LSU was the worst offense in the conference at 23%. South Carolina was the best defense in the conference on third down at 28% conversion rate. LSU averaged 3rd and 3 and never had 3rd and 9 or more. They stayed on schedule. They stayed ahead of the change. They ran the football, and they allowed Finley to do what quarterbacks nowadays can do, which is if the field is spread and you've got pros everywhere, college defenses are not good enough to cover them. And it makes playing quarterback so much easier. Now LSU's out of the dark ages and into that. So I don't mean to minimize what Finley did because it was very impressive. The arm strength is awesome. His accuracy was good. His poise was good. But playing quarterback, to me, someone who's never done it before, looks much easier to me when there are 5 pros out in the routes like LSU's got, and that's a great thing to see.
So what do you expect from Kevin Steele?
Now he's got some tape. And he can look and see, because clearly LSU did what they thought TJ Finley was most comfortable with, and a lot of that was the RPO slant game over the middle, dinking and dunking. If I'm Kevin Steele, I'm telling my linebackers to kind of get their eyes wandering and try to undercut some of these things and take away these quick throws around the line of scrimmage that he was very accurate on, very decisive on, and made good plays, and make him try to come off that one and go to the next one. And hopefully I can beat LSU's offensive line if he's got to pump it and throw somewhere else. LSU's going to run the football. They made a commitment to that last week after an awful performance against Missouri without their best offensive lineman. They ran for 49 yards. Last week, I think 278. So that's something they want to do with a young quarterback. If you can take away the slant, the RPO stuff, and the run up the middle, try to make him beat you, wide and deep, it's a little bit more difficult, I think.
Yeah, I mean, how the offensive line runs the ball will be one of the core kind of building blocks of this entire game, will be built upon. I'm interested to see, like in obvious passing situations, South Carolina was very content to just rush four and hope that they would get home. Do you think Steele maybe adds to that rush and tries to confuse the freshman with some creative blitzing?
I think he does, because they don't have the dudes they had up front last year where they could disrupt with 3 and 4 guys. They haven't been able to do that. They've been actually very poor at disrupting the running game. I mean, teams have just gashed them. Ole Miss quarterback ran them to death.
Yep.
South Carolina ran it on them with the 2 running backs very well. They're not as good up front to be able to just rely on 3 and 4, which very few teams are. They were just that good last year. So, yeah, I think that Steele shows blitzes and comes off, tries to mess with TJ Finley's eyes.
And one thing that Finley did really well last week was when they kept light boxes, he kept the run on. Mm-hmm. When they would add to the box, he would make the correct read, and he usually made them pay for it. Looking at the other side of the ball, Hunt, when you think about Tank Bigsby, trying to stop Tank Bigsby, how LSU's done stopping the run this year, I almost can't help but feel that, like, the offense building a lead may be the best way to stopping Tank Bigsby.
So, outside of Gus inexplicably losing his mind 3 years ago in Tiger Stadium with a 20-point lead and deciding to let Jarrett Stidham throw it all over the yard and get intercepted a couple times and lose the game, he's been a guy who commits to the run. I mean, Trey Mason in that 13 SEC championship game ran it 46 times. If he gets a hot hand running the football, he'll just keep running the same play over and over and over and over again. And that's what I think he should do against LSU. I mean, Bigsby is a monster. He's big, he's strong, he's fast, he's agile, he's got great balance, he's got burst. Like, he's a dude. And LSU's run defense has been putrid in every game.
Yeah.
So I would just hand it to him all day and say,
All day.
LSU, you want to stop it?
All
like,
day.
we'll see. We're not going to throw it ever.
Why
All
would
day.
you? Like, I would treat this how LSU
Leonard Fournette
treated the TJ Finley game plan last week, right? Just run the ball and make you stop and get to third and manageable.
Or just one of those old school Leonard Fournette game plans. He had Brandon Harris. I mean, just turn it and hand it to him.
If you can force them to throw the ball, do you think that they can get pressure on Nix? Because South Carolina did all night. It led to a ton of picks. Nick looked horrible. Do you think that if you can mitigate Bigsby, can you get pressure on Nix?
At least 2 of his 3 picks, he was rolling out like I was talking about and just like winging it and just not making very good decisions. And so, yeah, I do think they can get some pressure. LSU's pass rush has been as disruptive as anybody. They won the edges last week. Ojulari was great. Gay came off the edge a couple times. Anthony had a sack. Like, they've done pretty good at creating some pressure off the edges, and I think they can do that. And that's your hope, to get Nix moving his feet and his eyes going, I can make a play here, and then he forces one where you've got a really good secondary. He's going to force it to Seth Williams no matter what, because Williams is that good. But, I think LSU can get some pressure, especially with Auburn's best offensive lineman being out and Council.
What do you make of Cam Wire?
He's been very good the 2 games. I mean, it's not like he's blocking the best defensive ends we've seen in the conference in 15 years, but he held up well against Vanderbilt, and he was good last week. And the best thing I can say about an offensive lineman is I don't notice, and I haven't noticed him.
Hunt Palmer with us every week here on Off the Bench. Remember, check out Hunt on game days, as he is your pre- and post-game host on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Hunt, do you think we see an improvement out of the linebacking crew this game? I mean, I guess what are you looking for defensively? Because what I'm looking for is just keep contained, and I want linebackers to be more decisive.
I try to stay in my lane the best I can when I'm on the air talking, and I'm well aware that X's and O's and football is not my thing. I don't know it as well. But I can notice this when I go back and watch the tape and even watching in the stadium. The best linebackers that I've seen at LSU, the Kevin Minners, the Devin Whites, even the guys they had last year, make the plays moving forward and knocking guys backward.
Yes.
I constantly see 18 and 19 chasing ball carriers. That can't be good.
Yeah.
They're running sideways. They're running backwards. They're constantly
catching
running.
it.
Yeah,
They're catching
they're running after people instead of coming through the play.
Yeah.
I don't know why that is, but it's not good.
What do you expect from? I don't even know what I was going to ask you about next weekend from your bachelor party.
I expect perfect weather, some frosty cold beers, and hopefully some bars and birdies.
Is a second bachelor party allowed?
Is this the second?
Yes.
This,
and let me tell you what.
This kind of seems like a hell of a thing
You pop
here.
the question round 2, you get immediately 8 to 12 texts. I mean, can we do this again? In fact, you can do whatever you want. So yes.
Well, see, I mean, at this point, your crew has been married for a couple of years. So
They've
they are
all got
looking,
kids.
Yeah, they're looking for
so
a
they're
reason.
itching for
Let's get married. He's having a bachelor party. We got to be there next
Here's
weekend.
the story.
Gotta go to New Orleans.
It was originally scheduled for 12-12. And they moved the Florida game back to 12-12. And I was like, yeah, guys, like, I don't know if we can make it work. Like, I'm booked every weekend. We like the weddings in
Scramble
February.
mode.
And they're all like, no, the boys need this, hon. Like, you got to figure it out. I was like, all right, I'll try to do my best.
There's a bye weekend before Alabama. We're in. We're in.
So
We
good.
got it done.
Enjoy that, man. Have a good weekend.
All right, guys. See y'all.
All
All right,
Palmer
hon.
every
Thank you,
Friday. With us on Off the Bench. Happy Halloween out there as we were dressed up. Steve Jobs, the prescription glasses.
You
that
made
I
a
brought
mistake
in.
going with the prescription
Yeah,
glasses.
I
You
thought
should have
for
just
sure,
bought some
and these
cheap
don't
fake
work.
glasses.
These don't work.
I mean, that works fine for the costume.
not.
They looks like if you were to wear those for an extended period of time, you would permanently affect your vision.
The prescriptions?
Yes.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, you would
My
break your
grandfather's, I mean,
you would break your wait. Busso, where are your glasses?
These are them.
Oh,
they're on
no,
Jordy's
get out of
face.
here.
No, it's fine. It's fine.
No,
It's good.
yes,
Yeah, it's all right.
yes,
It's
and
fine.
you need to take your hat off.
No, it's fine.
Nobody wears hats in Harry Potter.
I wouldn't know, but it's fine.
The
It's fine.
costume day has gone to hell since Rivs left the group.
I
really and truly.
asked Musso what happens in the first Harry Potter, and what did you say, that he goes to Hogwarts and saves Christmas?
Yeah, well, I said the two things I actually know about Harry Potter and then went into the plot of Elf, so.
Close
Yeah,
out
he does
on
go to
next.
Hogwarts.
Off the bench with Kalana and T-Bob.
Daily, we're brought to you by All Star Toyota. Remember, online at allstartoyotaofbatonrouge.com. Find them there online or stop in and see the showroom at Goodwood and Airline. I was over there earlier this week in the service department with Mr. Tommy Wagisback and his crew. While the oil was getting changed, I got into a rental with Miss Lisa Sessions. She wanted me to remind the listeners, holiday season, if you're taking a trip, if you're getting out of town, you can rent a car from All Star Toyota. In fact, they've got some rental specials happening right now. Week-long trips. You'll get a day for free in that rental. Online, allstartoyotaofbatonrouge.com.
All-Star Toyota of BatonRouge.com. All-Star Toyota of BatonRouge.com. If Olaf were to, can I endorse things based on Olaf? Is Disney going to come down on us? Yeah, the point is, if Olaf was to purchase a car and be a human being that could actually own a license in this country, I'm sure he would go to All-Star Toyota for his sleigh or vehicle or whatever you want to call it. I myself have listened to a ton of Frozen 2 while riding around in my wonderful Toyota Sienna minivan with my two children. You should too. Go to allstartoyotaofbatonrouge.com, allstartoyotaofbatonrouge.com.
Our listeners fire off their opinions on the jimsfirearms.net hotline at 499-1045. Keep listening for your next chance to shoot us your thoughts with the jimsfirearms.net hotline on 1045 ESPN Baton Rouge.
At All-Star Toyota, you get it all. If you're in the market for an all-new Toyota vehicle, come see our friendly and knowledgeable sales team at All-Star Toyota. Located in Baton Rouge at the corner of Airline and Goodwood, we've been serving our community since 2005 by offering a large selection of new Toyota cars, trucks, and SUVs. Get behind the wheel of your dream car and take a test drive at All-Star Toyota today.
Do you know someone who sets a good example for all of us to follow? Someone who, without being asked, shows leadership, selflessness, and service to their community? We believe that's the definition of a good citizen, and so does Citizens Bank and Trust.
So, if you know someone that sounds like what Jordy was just describing, nominate them to be your good citizen. And
and they'll have a chance to win $500 from Citizens Bank and Trust. Plus, we'll mention him right here on the show. So go to citizensbankandtrust.com for more details and nominate your good citizen.
This isn't just another day. It's so much more. Kelly's life was put on hold when her auctioneer primary care doctor discovered a rare blood disorder. Her doctor connected her to an auctioneer care team of cancer, heart, and kidney specialists. With multiple primary care locations around Baton Rouge, same-day appointments, and online scheduling, we're relentless about keeping you healthy. Auctioneer Baton Rouge, innovating healthcare for Kelly.
During times of trouble, hope keeps us calm, and courage keeps us strong. Here in Louisiana, we know this better than most. After all, we faced hardship, but hurricanes and floods never washed away what makes us strong. It's our culture, the spirit of resilience that says rise and rise up again. We'll make it through the tough times, we always do. And Blue Cross will always be here to support you.
Gulf Coast Bank and Trust is a local bank with a straightforward philosophy.
It's about doing the right thing for our customers.
Participating in our community with annual local fundraisers. Offering individual attention in a modern banking atmosphere with a trusted local company. Gulf Coast Bank invested in technology with a local touch, giving our customers the power to bank anywhere, anytime.
We're building relationships through personal service as the bank that cares about you.
Gulf Coast Bank and Trust, the bank that cares about you.
I've been doing business with Luba for 25 years. They're dependable, trustworthy. It's just the attention to detail with our clients.
Our folks have years and years of experience. They're highly trained professionals, but many companies have that asset. What I'd like to think makes Luba a bit different is that we use those talents in a way that truly is dedicated to serving the needs of the folks who depend on us.
Tune in tonight for a full night of prep football coverage. It starts at 6 with Louisiana Prep Preview. Catholic High and McKinley kick off at 7. And we wrap things up with a full 2 hours of the Louisiana Prep Scoreboard Show on YouTube, CST, and 104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge.
All-Star Toyota presents Off the Bench with Jordy Collada and T-Bob Hebert. ESPN Baton Rouge, New Orleans, Alexandria.
Bayou Ford powers the all-new 104.5 ESPN mobile app. Download the app today to watch our shows daily, listen to us live wherever you go, find what you missed on demand, and more. It's a free download, available for both Apple and Android devices, and powered by Bayou Ford.
ESPNU today going to replay the LSU-Auburn 1996 matchup. Where were you the day that the barn burned? And you can watch that on ESPNU. They've been playing classics all week for LSU-Auburn. We've been telling you about that series and just all the quirky playing dates and the quirky matchups that has always come out of LSU-Auburn. We'll talk to Cole Cubelic, who has been a part of this matchup at 8:30 this morning. His conversation is always brought to you by Tex Morris and Edward Jones. Remember, 8:30 this morning, we'll talk to Cole. 8 a.m., Whitney Breaux is in studio with us. We'll be celebrating Day 18 here at the end of October. This was a mission that she was talking and launched how long ago, Whit? 3 weeks ago, right at the beginning of October. Wow. And here we are. After a very successful 3-week run in Breast Cancer Awareness Month in the month of October of Whitney Breaux, who has fought her own fight against breast cancer and is a guiding light and a voice of strength for anybody that's going through it out there. And she'll tell you all about that coming up in a couple of minutes here on Off the Bench. Sean Payton and Drew Brees were speaking a little bit to the media yesterday as they have pending road trips to Chicago this weekend. Saints taking on the Bears. It'll be a 3:25 start for you on Sunday afternoon. So here was Brees talking about Mike Thomas, uncertainty on whether or not he'll be available, what he means if he's a go.
Yeah, listen, I put a ton of time and effort and preparation into
each and every situation that we're going to encounter through the course of a game. And with each of those, you visualize, hey, what the defense could do, where our offensive players are, where our weapons are, where your progression is, where your outlets are, just all those things, and obviously when he's in the game, that changes the mindset a little bit. Obviously he's a featured guy, but when he's not, or when there's doubt, obviously that can make things a little more difficult just from the standpoint of, your preparation.
Peyton yesterday was talking about his red zone defense and how they need to improve there.
Well, John, it's not one specific thing. Obviously, we're trying to force field goals, and so that's both in the running game and the passing game. If you go all the way back to the start of the season, on the 2-yard line and Tom Brady runs a quarterback sneak, that's not a good thing. So it begins with defending tight quarters more aggressively. We've had a couple calls. That's not the discussion. The discussion is being able to play the defense called, contest the throws, and understand what we're trying to take away and fit properly. That's the key. And I think that'll be important in this game, just as the third down matchup.
I mean, if there is ever a team to stop in the red zone, it has to be the Chicago Bears offense. The Saints have been horrible. I think it's like an 85% touchdown clip right now. It's I don't want to say it's unlike anything I've ever seen, but it is shockingly bad. It is essentially mathematically automatic. If you get it within the 20 of the New Orleans Saints, like, you're coming away with 7.
Hour 2 next, off the bench, driven and powered by All-Star Toyota. Come back with us. Whitney Breaux, Day 18
and
Foundation coming up.
Off the bench with Kalana and T-Bob.
Daily brought to you by Ochsner Sports Medicine Institute. Remember, 3 locations in our listening area. Doesn't matter if you're on the North Shore, over in Covington, Baton Rouge, over on the Grove Boulevard, or in New Orleans on Clearview Parkway. You can get into Ochsner Sports Medicine today, and they can get you back on the court, on the field, in the pool, back in the game as quickly and as safely as possible. That's what they want to do, and they can do it all under one roof. They have MRIs. They have physical therapy. They have surgery over at Ochsner Sports Medicine. Find out for yourself online, ochsner.org.
Yeah, look, so if you happen to snap a twig, the place you want to go is Ochsner, right? First off, the MRI room is unlike anything I've ever seen. They're going to check you out, figure out exactly what's going on. Non-surgical options, they got all the latest techniques they can explore there. If you have to go under the knife pre-op, during the op, post-op, nobody is better than Ochsner. No stone is left unturned when it comes to your health. So go to ochsner.org today, ochsner.org.
Gulf Coast Office Products is a nationally recognized Savin office equipment dealer based right here in Louisiana. Over 100 employees strong, Gulf Coast has the boots on the ground to support all vertical markets, from education, engineering, legal, and finance. With the latest in office technology, from desktop to production segment units, Gulf Coast and Savin have the perfect fit for you. Call 225-756-2644. That's 756-2644 for Gulf Coast Office Products.
At All-Star Toyota, you get it all. If you're in the market for an all-new Toyota vehicle, come see our friendly and knowledgeable sales team at All-Star Toyota. Located in Baton Rouge at the corner of Airline and Goodwood, we've been serving our community since 2005 by offering a large selection of new Toyota cars, trucks, and SUVs. Get behind the wheel of your dream car and take a test drive at All-Star Toyota today.
Gulf Coast Bank and Trust is a local bank with a straightforward philosophy.
It's about doing the right thing for our customers.
Participating in our community with annual local fundraisers. Offering individual attention in a modern banking atmosphere with a trusted local company. Gulf Coast Bank invested in technology with a local touch, giving our customers the power to bank anywhere, anytime.
We're building relationships through personal service as a bank that cares about you.
Gulf Coast Bank and Trust, the bank that cares about you.
To all of our heroes working on the front lines of this COVID-19 pandemic, your bravery and selflessness represent the very best of us, and we want to say thank you. I'm asking everyone around the state to join me in celebrating the heroism of our healthcare professionals on the 19th of every month at 1900 hours, that's 7 p.m. Write a note of appreciation, make plans to donate to charitable organizations, or say a prayer. To learn more, visit 19thanks.org. Thank you, and God bless.
Service Master Elite create clean, disinfected work environments. As a local business, we take pride in serving the New Orleans and Baton Rouge areas. Our cleaning protocols follow CDC and OSHA standards for healthcare settings, offices, senior living, restaurants, and industrial plants. Contact Service Master Elite to get your operation ready for reopening with germ disinfection cleaning. Service Master Elite, the trusted choice in professional cleaning since 1996.
This is a house call. This is a follow-up appointment. This is a diabetes checkup. This isn't just more convenient care, it's more advanced care. This is innovating healthcare at Louisiana's #1 hospital, Ochsner.
Good morning. It's 8 a.m. on Friday, October 30th. Today in Baton Rouge, sunny skies with a high of 68. Still to come on Off the Bench, Whitney Breaux stops by studio next, talking her Day 18 campaign. SEC Network analyst Cole Cubelic at 8:30. Marlon Favorite from the LSU Sports Radio Network at 9. And we have the D-Generation Dome Week 8 at 9:30. Follow today's show on Twitter or Instagram at OTB_ESPN. Watch live, of course, over at the 104.5 ESPN YouTube channel. Get inside the Bayou Ford chat. And make sure you're subscribed to the Off the Bench and Off the Bench Overtime YouTube channels. Set your notifications. New content is posted there daily. Hour number 2 of Off the Bench starts right now.
All-Star Toyota presents Off the Bench with Jordy Collada and T-Bob Hebert. ESPN Baton Rouge, New Orleans, Alexandria.
Off the Bench, Hour 2, 104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge, 100.3 ESPN Radio in New Orleans, 94.7 ESPN Alexandria. We're on your smart speakers. We're on YouTube at the 104.5 ESPN station. Make sure and subscribe, get notified for all the content. I am Steve Jobs. That is Olaf.
What's up?
That is Beyonce, a survivor. Matt Musso, I still don't know who he is. Somebody from Harry Potter.
He's Harry. He's Harry from Harry Potter. Well,
and
if
Danny
you put on the
is the Rock, the biggest movie star on the
90s
planet.
Rock.
From the 90s, and he looks great. He looks a little like Suge Knight, even though the side-by-side by the Rock of the 90s, he's spot on. He can still pull it off at a costume party, too. Danny could walk in. He still looks like Danny, even though he's dressed up like the young Rock.
It's
how
the
many
perfect...
How many Halloween parties this weekend, Dan?
Probably a couple.
Yeah, tonight, tomorrow night. It's a great weekend for the holidays, for the Halloween.
And as you're alluding to, it's the perfect young person's costume if you're trying to find a partner for the night. I feel like it still highlights his attractiveness.
Yeah, it does. That's what I'm saying.
You know, without burying that light
He's
under
in a good
bushel.
place.
But it's still funny. So it's not like he's someone who takes himself too seriously. And you're like, bro, why aren't you dressed up in a costume at all? So really high marks on every front, Danny. We're proud of you.
But will it be an evolution through the weekend? Like, will the Rock age as the weekend progress for Halloween? Will you have the scar on your face licking your blood by Sunday? That's what I want to see.
We want some real-life stories from the road this weekend, Dan, on Monday morning. Weekend winners taking on a new flavor come Monday morning. Whitney Breaux, that is her. She is a Day 18 campaign, as we just talked to her 3 weeks ago. As October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month, and as Whitney has told us, she is going through her own breast cancer fight. Got some good news last week at the hospital. We'll give you that coming up here on Off the Bench. But first, make sure you are following Day 18 campaign on Twitter, on social media. They are all over the place, and they are put in place to give you awareness that 1 in every 8 women will test positive for breast cancer in your lifetime. So on the 18th day of each month, just set the reminder in your calendar, as Whitney told you 3 weeks ago, to give yourself a self-breast exam. And as Whitney it has been a guiding light and a strength, a voice of strength for anybody out there that is experiencing this terrible disease that she is going through herself. So Whitney Breaux is in studio with us. It is great to see you. Good morning.
Good morning, guys. I appreciate the opportunity to be here and really for the support throughout this whole experience. I mean, I remember the first day going into surgery, and I'm listening to you guys because I felt like I had to be in my normal routine on April 2nd. And you guys have been there from the beginning, and so I appreciate the support. And the last couple of weeks have been amazing. I mean, the response from the Baton Rouge community, the support from our elected officials to our Women's Hospital, Mary Bird Perkins. I think that we're changing lives. I mean, we heard from so many women who performed their first self-breast exam on October 18th, and we're hoping to make that a trending habit.
I feel like I've seen you everywhere over the last 3 weeks. I mean, when I open up social media, I see you in Mayor Broom's office. I see the Saints reaching out. I see Our Lady of the Lake Women's Hospital. Everybody trying to tie their hitch to you because they know that you are a positive light. What has the last 3 weeks been like?
It's been a whirlwind, and I did not stop until yesterday. One of my best friends kind of put together a happy remission celebration virtual thing because you can't do anything in person, but. And I kind of paused and I looked at some of the screenshots that she had. I mean, the support has been amazing. And I think it boils down to not only the positiveness of what we're trying to accomplish with Day 18, but the simplicity of the message.
Yeah.
I mean, it's literally take your phone out right now, lock it in on the calendar, set a reoccurring reminder to perform that self-breast exam. It literally can save your life.
So, like, what stood out to me during all of this is you mentioned the fact that in Louisiana, 1 in 8 women will end up with breast cancer, which is just a shocking number to kind of consider. And it's so I guess it's shocking to me because that is such a common experience, except it's not really brought to the forefront as much as it has been by you recently. And so, I mean, if it's okay, could you share kind of what your personal journey has been like in dealing with what has got to be a very traumatic experience?
Absolutely. And I'm 32. And I typically start there because I need women, our boyfriends, our husbands, our, the people that love us, the moms that love us, to know that breast cancer does not just impact women that are over 40. 6% of the women that will be diagnosed with breast cancer this year will be under the age of 40.
Wow.
I would not have qualified for a mammogram for another 8 years.
What?
I wouldn't be here if we waited another 8 years. It wouldn't have happened. But for me, it all started when our kids were kind of put out of school for the pandemic.
Yeah.
And, I wasn't working, I wasn't traveling anymore. And I guess I sat still long enough, and my son and I were fighting over the TV remote, and I kind of reach over, and for the first time ever, I felt, my arm brushed against my left breast, and I felt something really hard. And then when I went to feel it, I mean, we're talking 6 centimeters.
And how long had it been growing? Do you all know?
Yeah, the doctors estimate at least a year.
Wow.
At least a year. So I mean,
you were 31 then.
Yes.
When this would just to reinforce that point when this started.
Very active. I mean, I'm traveling the world. I had gone to Australia, Brazil. I mean, all over the place. I've got everything else going on. And I mean, it's just not a habit for me. I do conference calls in the shower. I'm not, I guess I wasn't paying enough attention to what was going on and what was growing. But that reinforced the importance with Day 18 around monthly self-breast exams. And I'm thinking, if I'm not doing it, I know my friends aren't doing it. I know that probably people that are listening weren't thinking about it. And that's the start. That's how you catch it early. I've now gone through 6 rounds of chemotherapy.
Jeez.
I've had a double mastectomy about a month ago.
Damn.
I'm going to do 30 rounds of radiation starting mid-November. And then sometime next year, I'll have reconstructive surgery. So early detection is key because your treatment options change. I may not have needed a double mastectomy had I caught this much earlier. And that's why I'm trying to get the message out and encourage women to be your own best health advocate by, feeling them up every month.
So when you have been
second base, boys.
Well, I know, and I hate that I'm like you're talking to a giant Olaf this entire time.
It's all good. I can be Elsa.
Where we are here, we're here. But so like when you've had your, because obviously public facing, you've been so brave, so positive in the light of all of this. When you've had those low moments, how have you? I guess how have you tried to deal with that?
I take it out on the levee steps near the flag campus. And I mean, I do work out a lot, and that's something I try to reinforce whenever I talk to folks because, yes, working out, being healthy is important. You know, limiting your consumption of alcohol, that's one thing I'm working on. But, you know, but I'm going to get there. But really, I had to take it out in ways that, you know, I'm passionate about, which is day 18. I mean, I'm literally up at 3, 4 o'clock in the morning just on my computer researching, like, why is this so prevalent? Why didn't I know about it?
Yeah.
I call it my inexcusable ignorance, but it really boiled down to the fact that I should have known that I was at risk, and I didn't. And my goal is to try to help other women see that, know that, and take it into their own hands to better their options and opportunities for their health.
Roni the Tiger and Moscona have a great relationship.
Yeah.
We've seen them together on the show on AFR and even doing some social media stuff independently. You have linked up with Roni the Tiger, and they've gone pink, on day 18. This is great.
Yeah, and you know, I love my LSU Tigers, and I don't make any, you know, I love them when things are great, and I love them when things aren't so great. But for me, Roni the Tiger, I've seen it on social media. I've seen friends that have purchased items from Roni the Tiger, and I thought, man, wouldn't it be really cool if Roni went pink for the women right here in our local community? I mean, RoniGoesPink.com, we're selling raffle tickets for this original canvas art by Shelley Brown. And all of the proceeds are going to stay right here in Baton Rouge at the Breast and GYN Cancer Pavilion at a partnership between Woman's Hospital and Mary Bird Perkins, Our Lady of the Lake. I'm fortunate to have had resources, you know, based on where I work and relationships, where I had information that helped me at, you know, even though I was late stage, that helped me get through this experience. My goal is to find ways to give back and to not just talk about day 18 and talk about the importance of self-exams, but put the money where my mouth is in trying to make sure that it's supported for those women in our community that need it.
Tell our listeners how they support day 18.
Day 18, RoniGoesPink.com. That's the best way to support us right now. Follow us on Instagram and Twitter at Day 18 Campaign. We're not going to stay confined to Breast Cancer Awareness Month. We're going to continue to move this movement each and every month. We're going to draw the winner for Roni the Tiger on AFR on November 18th. And so my goal is to keep it going, and, you know, looking forward to some really exciting partnerships. Looking forward to working with some of the former LSU 18s to kind of take this thing to another level and really hope that it impacts women not only here in Louisiana, but around the world.
You are the best.
The best.
Whitney Breaux on Twitter at WBro, or you can find her at Day 18 Campaign, as she is encouraging women to perform self-breast exams on the 18th day of each month. Remember, 1 in 8 women will be diagnosed with breast cancer in their lifetime, including Whitney Breaux, who's going through her fight right now and is in remission but continues to fight. Follow them on Day 18 Campaign. Set the reminder and the alert on the 18th day of every month to perform your self-breast exam. And Day 18, what a guiding light. What a story. Proud of you.
Thanks, man.
Hey, Talk 107.3 FM. Brian Haldane will have Whitney Breaux on in about 4 minutes. So 107.3 and online 1073.com. We'll see you.
Thank you, guys.
All right, Cole Cubelic, 15
Off
minutes
the
from now.
bench with Jordy Culotta and T-Bob Hebert. ESPN Baton Rouge, New Orleans, Alexandria.
Daily, we are brought to you here by Donaldsonville Glass and Body online, dgbauto.com. Remember, you can find them at 415 Division Street if you need collision repair this morning. If you're in an accident, remember, it is up to you who repairs your car. In fact, it's up to you who moves your car from the collision site. So if you need the tow truck, the 24-hour towing from Donaldsonville Glass and Body, they offer that at dgbauto.com. They can get it back to 415 Division Street, make the repairs, and then get the car back to you. Customer service is what they practice and preach. They've been doing it since 1977. Tell Kenny Frederick Jr. you heard it right here on OTB today.
Again, if you get in an accident, that tow to fix your car and the tow to drop back off to you, completely free. Okay, so why would you go anywhere but DG? The cops cannot tell you who to tow. The insurance company cannot tell you where to go. You say, I want DG&B. I mean, me personally, my friend Christoph, when his sleigh has any problems, we bring it in Donaldsonville Glass and Body, and they get back on the ice immediately. DGBauto.com.
We opened up the playbook and expanded our coverage. Listen daily in high definition on 98.1 HD2. We are 104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge.
Do you know someone who sets a good example for all of us to follow? Someone who shows leadership, selflessness, and service to their community without being asked? We think that's the definition of a good citizen, and so does Citizens Bank and Trust. If you know someone who exhibits all of these qualifications, nominate them for a Good Citizen Award, and they could receive $500 from Citizens Bank. And we'll recognize them here on the show. Get the details at citizensbankandtrust.com, and then nominate your good citizen.
T-Bob Hebert here with breaking news. Front to Back Boat Services is the shop to upgrade your boat tech this fall. With not one but two NMEA certified techs, who better to install your Panoptic sonar, your HD displays. You want to see the fish under the water before you even cast? They have that. Trolling motor you could control with your iPhone? They have that. So what are you waiting for? Get into Front to Back Boat Services right now. Upgrade your boat tech. Make your boating dreams come true. Front to Back Boat Services.
This isn't just another day. It's so much more. Kelly's life was put on hold when her auctioneer primary care doctor discovered a rare blood disorder. Her doctor connected her to an auctioneer care team of cancer, heart, and kidney specialists. With multiple primary care locations around Baton Rouge, same-day appointments, and online scheduling, we're relentless about keeping you healthy. Auctioneer Baton Rouge, innovating healthcare for Kelly.
Gulf Coast Bank and Trust is a local bank with a straightforward philosophy.
It's about doing the right thing for our customers.
Participating in our community with annual local fundraisers. Offering individual attention in a modern banking atmosphere with a trusted local company. Gulf Coast Bank invested in technology with a local touch, giving our customers the power to bank anywhere, anytime.
We're building relationships through personal service as the bank that cares about you.
Gulf Coast Bank and Trust, the bank that cares about you.
I've been doing business with Luba for 25 years. They're dependable, trustworthy. It's just the attention to detail with our clients.
Our folks have years and years of experience. They're highly trained professionals. But many companies have that asset. What I'd like to think makes Luba a bit different is that we use those talents in a way that truly is dedicated to serving the needs of the folks who depend on us.
Yo, join us for a TGIF edition of Hanging with Hester and Handy, presented by Richards Honda from noon to 3. We're going to welcome back Danny Cannell to talk quarterback play in the SEC and also give you one last look at LSU versus Auburn on 104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge.
All-Star Toyota presents Off the Bench with Jordy Collada and T-Bob Hebert. ESPN Baton Rouge, New Orleans, Alexandria.
All right, shout out to Whitney Breaux. RoneyGoesPink.com. Best way to support Day 18 campaign as Whitney Breaux, man. Sheesh.
Yeah.
Just give me a
huge ass kicker.
A little bit of that strength that she's got going through the fight of her own, doing it with a smile on her face and encouraging people around her to get out there and saving lives. They've got success stories within her direct messaging from listeners and people that she has affected throughout the last 3 weeks as she just started Day 18 campaign. Make sure you follow and get online to RoneyGoesPink.com.
These little kids of Good Morning America are cracking me up. We should do something like this. Have a little Jordy, a little T-Bob out here host a segment.
Who would play you?
Happy Halloween, everybody.
Who would play you?
I don't know. A chubby kid with a ton of charisma. That's what I would say.
We should be able to find that. So, T, what's the
if
what's the
you're
Halloween?
the parent of a chubby kid with a ton of charisma that wants us to exploit them, go ahead and let us know.
What's the Halloween weekend look like for the young father of two?
Gonna go to the pumpkin patch after the show today. Go get some pumpkins, carve them up this afternoon. Once the kids go to sleep tonight, I will finally be able to watch Mandalorian Season 2, Episode 1. Apparently, it is awesome. 52 minutes long, so long as Mandalorian episodes there's been yet. But, like, I'm just seeing some reactions online, and people are freaking out saying it's great. I'm very jealous that I have to be here working right now. But, yeah, outside of that, and then tomorrow, pregame show 10 to noon. This will all be on the 104.5 ESPN YouTube. We'll do the Fan Cave, the 104.5 ESPN YouTube Fan Cave through the game. And then I'm taking off on postgame so I can go hand out candy and whatnot and do a little trick-or-treating with the little ones. And obviously, we're doing a full Frozen thing. My two daughters are going to be Anna and Elsa. My wife is going to be Kristoff. I'm Olaf. And my giant dog is going to be Sven.
Wow.
So, yeah. What about you? What you got going on?
So I've got no kid this weekend.
Oh, wow.
But I did knock off of the pregame show tomorrow morning because he does have a football game early in the morning. So the Yacht Father is helping your boy out tremendously as he'll be sitting in with Hannah Griff tonight. Got a Halloween party tonight in New Orleans.
Oh.
And then the youngest sister.
Hold on.
This is Mr. Antisocial here.
Hold on. Before we get there, interesting timing. Kids' football game in the morning. I can't make. Yeah, I got to make pre. I can't make pregame. Then the next sentence is I have a Halloween party in New Orleans tonight.
Hey,
okay?
family first, man.
Right. Family first. I agree. This is a family first show.
Flynn,
completely agree.
Gordy, TJ, you can't get that transparency from your employees just every single day. I'm telling you the truth on what's happening here.
Yeah, exactly.
Just make sure you know the correct time of the football game on Saturday morning this time.
Yeah,
9 a.m.
So you don't wake up hungover as hell at 8 a.m. only to get there for them to be like, oh, you could have slept 2 more hours.
By the way, for the story, caveat there, wasn't on me reading the schedule wrong. They told us when we got there that they had screwed the schedule up. All right.
So. Yeah, no, we are blaming them. I'm blaming them. I would have been furious. Anyway, sorry, but party Friday night.
So Kelly's having a party in New Orleans tonight.
Okay,
at her place, which I can't bail on, right?
Nope, can't
so
do
I
that.
mean, all week. I mean, I told her on Wednesday. I think trick or treat's Friday night. I think,
what are you going to dress up as?
I think trick or
rock
treat's
the
Friday
Steve
night. I think we're going
Jobs?
to take. I think I got to take Jordan trick or treating Friday night. She was like, "It's Saturday, you moron.
Yeah,
it's Halloween."
It's like literally the point this year. That's why it's so good.
I think you got me there. So she's having a Halloween party tonight at her place in New Orleans. Jay's got a game at 9 a.m. in Central tomorrow. Got whiskey and wine following Auburn and LSU. And then the youngest sister, Anna Catherine, who's still young and still in it, still partying.
Yeah.
27-ish.
Prime.
But
the
married.
best time of your
But
life.
married. Is throwing a Halloween party tomorrow night.
Ooh.
That I've been invited to. So after a weekend of partying last weekend, look at this guy, a little back-to-backer here.
Wow. What are you,
back-to-backer?
You and Danny hanging out?
I might call you up there, be in New Orleans tonight. Danny, where you at?
Wait, so are you gonna rock the Steve Jobs?
I don't know.
You gotta if you're gonna do it, you just have to fully go for it. You gotta zip your turtleneck up. And you got to just get.
He tucks it into jeans.
Yes, and he tucks it into jeans with a belt.
Pro
and then
dad
you're golden
move right there.
You tuck it in jeans with a belt. Get yourself.
I gotta get new glasses.
Get new glasses for sure, and then get yourself do you have like an old remote or something? You need something that looks like a PowerPoint.
I got an iPod.
Yeah, there you go. Perfect. An iPod.
Like an old iPod?
Yes.
Like a nano?
Or
Or
even better.
The oldest
yeah.
one in a bedside table. You know, like one of those things that just collects everything over the years.
The junk drawer.
Yeah, absolutely. In the corner, I found the other day, like a couple of weeks ago, like the original first iPod.
Yeah,
I mean,
bring
this thing
that.
looks like a brick.
I actually found that
to the
that's
party.
just
You like
really
turn the thing and then it goes down, and then you click on it.
non-color screen, right?
Non-color screen, absolutely black and white. It was like Tetris. I mean, it was almost like.
I found that as well when I cleaned out that car that I had forever. Actually, also along with the puka shell necklace. Now, granted, I don't know how the puka shell necklace made that journey, but I think I don't even know. That's the weird part. I don't even know if I was still listening to my iPod when I got the new car. I think I just didn't want to give it up because it had so many songs on it. But yeah, now that all just seems crazy because everything's streamed and we own nothing anymore. We just pay the tech gods to let us enjoy our stuff.
I mean, and looking at Steve Jobs' picture again here behind us as Danny's got it up inside the studio, I mean, really, I'm just jeans away.
Yeah. No, for sure. Jeans and glasses, and you're golden. I mean, jeans and glasses, and roll up your sleeves to right below the elbow.
Just a little pull up.
That's what I'm saying. Hair, just kind of body shape.
Little shape.
Body shape is pretty similar. Yeah, both got not like too much facial hair, but like enough that it's showing up. Where are you going to get those jeans? Oh, Danny, where did you get your Stonewash jeans from? Because your jeans are excellent.
My brother had these. I think he got it from a thrift store.
Okay. Oh, well, there you go. Maybe, I mean, how much work are you willing to do?
I mean, it looks like
you got no responsibility.
It looks
Come
like
on,
Jobs
dude.
is just wearing a pair of Levi's.
Make it happen.
Little Wrangler or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, what a
Easy.
legend. As he was about to change the world. Maybe not for the best, but as he was about to usher us into the future. Speaking of future, what Kanye West got Kim Kardashian for her birthday is pretty wild. Danny, the tweet's in there if you can go ahead and put it up on the screen. But so I guess for Kim's birthday, Kanye got a hologram made of her father who passed a long time ago. And through a mixture of technology, I think like probably some audio technology to affect the voice, and then like some deep fake, like the facial technology where you can make a face animate no matter what the face is. He created this, and it is a message from her father talking about like how proud he is of her and how amazing it's been to watch it through the years, despite the fact that he has been passed for many years. It is pretty wild. And this is something, it's a hologram that it's not on a screen. If you were to see this in person, it would be right in front of your face.
What?
And then disappear. Yes. This is not like something that you plug into a TV. It is a literal hologram like you've seen. Remember like the Tupac holograms? And
So this is what the
Michael
super rich
Jackson
do.
holograms. Yeah. There's been a lot of people's reaction for sure. I just think though,
this is cool though, man.
Who could have ever fathomed this when we were younger? I mean, this is like, to me, every now and then you have these moments that hit you with that true future stuff. This is the true future stuff. Danny, go to the very end of the video, like with like about 10 seconds of maybe, and watch how go back.
Oh my
watch
God.
how it disappears. This is what would happen in front of your face when you're watching this video.
Oh my God.
Yeah. And that would
Look at
happen in
that.
real life.
That is some real life Jetsons.
Yes,
stuff.
that's what I'm saying. No, this is like you would see this in a sci-fi movie and still feel like, oh, whoa, that's pretty crazy. And yet this is not a sci-fi movie. It is real life. I also loved it just from, a bit of a humorous angle. Kanye did have him voice, and you married the most genius man on the planet, Kanye West. That's a
So
line
good.
in the middle of it, which, come on, that's so on brand, that's so spectacular. But it's also, let's give Kanye credit here. I see people being very snarky about this, whatever. That's all well and good. It's an incredibly thoughtful gift. And
Sure.
and she said as much, has been watching it and crying constantly. So it's pretty fantastic.
So can you access it anytime you want?
Yeah, I imagine. I don't know how hologram technology works. I imagine it's just something that sits on the ground and projects upwards. Maybe I'm just thinking too Star Wars there. But yeah, she can just replay it as much as she wants. It's like a 2.5 minute message.
So I guess side note, Kanye and Kim are all right?
I guess. I don't know. Yeah. I think he went on Joe Rogan recently. Heard a lot of people talking about that. I'm not the biggest Joe Rogan guy, so I don't know.
Daily here on Off the Bench, we are brought to you by Coy's Diesel. Online at coysdiesel.com. Remember, get online to find Coy's Diesel as they are located on Airline Highway in Gonzales. If you drive a light, medium, or heavy-duty diesel truck, you can get over to Coy's today, and they can get you taken care of. 24-hour roadside assistance, in fact. If you're broken down on the side of the road and you need help, get over to Coy's today as they can get you back up and operating. coysdiesel.com. All right, Cole Cubelic will be here in a couple of minutes. We'll talk about the SEC football weekend. We'll get his thoughts on Auburn and LSU. Remember, Cubelic has been a part of this one before. He was there at Auburn, 96-99 as the center for Auburn. We'll get his thoughts on where LSU is and what is the plan with the true freshman quarterback TJ Finley as he heads over to the Plains for his first road start in college football, as he will be there tomorrow, 2:30 pregame, 9:30 tomorrow morning on Eagle 98.1.
Off the Bench with Collada and T-Bob.
Daily here, we're brought to you on Off the Bench by All-Star Toyota, online at allstartoyota of BatonRouge.com. Remember, stop in and check out the showroom today on Airline and Goodwood, where they've been since 2005. Brand new car inventory, pre-owned and certified inventory. You can all find it at All-Star Toyota of BatonRouge.com.
That's right. So no matter where you're from here in Arendelle, if you need a new vehicle, a new sleigh, whatever it may be for this holiday season, go ahead and get in there to allstartoyotabatonrouge.com. I'm leasing a Camry right now. Just started that. If you want to purchase one, you get one for 0% APR financing for 72 months. The 2020s are awesome, man. Really comfortable, really good. If I can fit in there, guarantee you can, okay? So check out the sedans over there at All-Star Toyota. Maybe check out the minivans. The bottom line, check out whatever you want. Let them be your guide to getting your new car. They have the best deals, the best customer service. Shout out my guy, Richard Jones. Put me on both my vehicles. I love working with All-Star. AllStarToyotaBatonRouge.com.
Football is back. Tune in Sunday for a full day of NFL coverage starting at noon with the Chiefs-Jets, followed by 49ers-Seahawks at 3:25 and Cowboys-Eagles at 7:20. Then, Monday night, the Giants host the Buccaneers. The NFL lives on 104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge.
At All-Star Toyota, you get it all. If you're in the market for an all-new Toyota vehicle, come see our friendly and knowledgeable sales team at All-Star Toyota. Located in Baton Rouge at the corner of Airline and Goodwood, we've been serving our community since 2005 by offering a large selection of new Toyota cars, trucks, and SUVs. Get behind the wheel of your dream car and take a test drive at All-Star Toyota today.
$10,000 off MSRP on a new 2020 Ford F-150. Buy a new one for less than a used one. All new Bayou Ford vehicles come with a 1 million mile powertrain warranty, and with Bayou to You, free delivery right to your door. The crew at Bayou Ford is going to do right by you.
Are you a licensed contractor? There's lots of good contractors in Louisiana doing work the right way, but unfortunately, too many unlicensed contractors are working outside the licensing requirements. Working as a contractor in Louisiana requires a license for the company doing the work. The Louisiana State Licensing Board for Contractors wants to help you get licensed to allow you to conduct work legally. It's not difficult to get the license. We can help you. Go to lacontractor.org for more information. Licensed contractors, it's the law.
Gulf Coast Office Products is a nationally recognized Savin office equipment dealer based right here in Louisiana. Over 100 employees strong, Gulf Coast has the boots on the ground to support all vertical markets from education, engineering, legal, and finance. With the latest in office technology from desktop to production segment units, Gulf Coast and Savin have the perfect fit for you. Call 225-756-2644. That's 756-2644 for Gulf Coast Office Products.
ServiceMaster Elite create clean, disinfected work environments. As a local business, we take pride in serving the New Orleans and Baton Rouge areas. Our cleaning protocols follow CDC and OSHA standards for healthcare settings, offices, senior living, restaurants, and industrial plants. Contact ServiceMaster Elite to get your operation ready for reopening with germ disinfection cleaning. ServiceMaster Elite, the trusted choice in professional cleaning since 1996.
This is a house call. This is a follow-up appointment. This is a diabetes checkup. This isn't just more convenient care, it's more advanced care. This is innovating healthcare at Louisiana's #1 hospital, Auctioner.
Gulf Coast Bank and Trust is a local bank with a straightforward philosophy.
It's about doing the right thing for our customers.
Participating in our community with annual local fundraisers, offering individual attention in a modern banking atmosphere with a trusted local company. Gulf Coast Bank.
Tune in tonight for a full night of prep football coverage. It starts at 6 with Louisiana Prep Preview. Catholic High and McKinley kick off at 7. And we wrap things up with a full 2 hours of the Louisiana Prep Scoreboard Show on YouTube, CST, and 104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge.
All-Star Toyota presents Off the Bench with Jordy Collada and T-Bob Hebert. ESPN Baton Rouge, New Orleans, Alexandria.
All right, each week here, we catch up with Cole Cubelic from the SEC Network. As good as it gets on breaking down college football, he is a former Auburn center and standout for War Eagle. He's now part of the SEC Network. Saw him on social media last night. Carving up pumpkins, T-Bob. Looks like that's what your weekend is going to look like.
Yeah.
Cole got a little early taste of it yesterday. How we feeling, big fella?
Feeling pretty good. Yeah, I had to get that one out of the way because it's going to be skin of the teeth trying to get back for Halloween. We got noon kick in Lexington. I'm on a 4 o'clock flight out of Lexington. If you know, the airport's a good, I don't know, it's 15 minutes depending on traffic, so it's not far. It's possible. It's doable. I have rendered the services of the renowned world traveler Tom Hart as to can I make that flight, and even he feels like it's doubtful, and that's not good, by the way, because Tom pushes the limit quite often. He has been on some flights that I would have not even considered attempting to get on, and has made it before. So we'll see what we can do. Try to work some magic. We're hoping for some double ground and pound. Georgia and Kentucky, just hand that thing off.
Dude, run the ball.
Run the ball, baby.
There you go. And then hopefully,
no injuries.
To Atlanta, I'll drive home, and then maybe 7:30, 7:45, 8 o'clock, I can get a little bit of trick or treating with the kids. So
show up in your Superman costume if you make it, bro, because you'll deserve it there if you can get to it.
This is a very planes, trains, and automobiles type of feel here on the onset. We'll see how this goes. I wish you nothing but the best, Cole. I must say though, so I went on W Jocks with you, and I talked about how you should be a Blue Man Group costume. I then texted Tom Hart to please get in touch with their producers to force you into a Blue Man Group costume or like a Baby Yoda costume, given that your head would work perfectly with that. Are your producers going to force you into any costume on Saturday?
Actually, his boss has, I think, laid it down that we cannot dress up for the game. So that mandate has been put in place. That is signed, sealed, and delivered. So
yeah, that's crazy.
I will not be a what is it from Despicable Me? And New?
Yeah, Groot.
Groot? New? I haven't seen it yet. So
or a minion? Yeah, one of those little minions. Oh, that'd be perfect.
or Uncle Fester, or Mr. Clean, or Baby Yoda, or any other bald reference Halloween costume that you can come up with that everyone else has said that I should be. So, what's the guy Austin Powers, the pinky in his mouth guy?
Oh, Dr. Evil.
Dr. Evil. Yeah, they've all been thrown out. So, yeah. Your appearance on the show went for about another hour of people calling in and tweeting in of what I should dress up for as Halloween.
Nice
I
work,
still think Blue Man Group was the best idea because it's the three of us, but unfortunately not going to happen.
Well, look, budget cuts going on everywhere. I hope that ESPN fires Ebenezer Scrooge because he absolutely blew
the best part of it would have been? Like, let's just, for a moment, let's picture the Blue Man Group thing. All right, so I'm in regular attire, unless I wanted to do the black turtleneck, which would probably be better, and face, head, everything painted that that dark royal blue, looks like latex. And as of now, this could change. As of now, we have a pre-game interview with Kirby Smart. Can you imagine? I'm there on the field. It's literally 30 seconds before kick, and I'm asking.
Well, what I
let's
really
go down to the field. As Cole is down there with Kirby Smart.
Okay. So maybe not with the Kirby Smart part, but how great would it have been? So everybody who's seen Blue Man Group, or if you know about them, they don't speak, right? They just play music. What if they went for a sideline update and all Cole did was hit a little drum kick with some paint and then just send it right back up? Don't say a word.
I had the PVC pipe that I was banging on, or like the muffler that we stripped off of a truck or something, whenever they use.
Well, like I said, you can lead a producer to water, but you can't make him execute on good ideas.
We tried.
Cole, you've been a part of this LSU-Auburn series. It seems like there is a quirky game every other year. You were a part of the cigar game in '99 in Tiger Stadium. What do you anticipate tomorrow when LSU pulls into the Plains?
You just look at it historically, and I think it's the last 4 or 5 have been decided by 4 points or less, something crazy like that. They've all been tight. They all seem to find a way to be close, except for 1999. And it's which, by the way, you're over on the cigar game references already. I wonder if that was going to get in, but I appreciate it nonetheless. You look at the matchup, and it's not. These two teams aren't totally different. It sounds crazy, but I might be more confident with LSU's quarterback situation right now. TJ Finley actually made decisions last week. I thought he made good decisions. That was my favorite thing that he did is he was put in a position to make some decisions, and whether that was take the check down, whether that was get through his progressions, whether it was understanding, when there was going to be pressure to leave the pocket, and he seemed calm in doing it, and he did it well for the most part. I mean, you don't have to have a good game as a young quarterback making your first start throwing for 480 yards. Like, to me, it's more decision making. Obviously, the offensive line played a little bit better. The run game was there. Any coordinator anywhere will tell you, oh, I got a young quarterback, first-time starting quarterback. Well, what's the one thing you want to go with that? I need a run game. Give me a run game, and we'll figure it out, and we'll be okay. So obviously LSU has that. I think on Auburn's side of things, I mean, Seth Williams is a massive part of the offense. We know Anthony Schwartz is a guy that can be dangerous, but I'm putting 24 on 18 for as much of the game as I can, whether that's in your plan or not, or you have to do something different. Like, I figured that out just to try to neutralize that to the best I can. And then you sort of figure it out from there. Brandon Council's gone. It's Auburn's best offensive lineman. He played left guard, right tackle. He was even the overload tackle in some instances. So, I mean, he lined up at 4 different places. I'm not going to have him. Tank Bigsby's legit. He's a real deal. I mean, if it's me, I sit back and I play the quarterback runs. I don't crash the mesh. Obviously put a little emphasis on front side runs because Tank can get it going. Shivers could get it going. But, I mean, outside of Seth Williams, Anthony Schwartz can be a weapon, but if he's going to beat you east-west, give him that. I don't love the matchup for Auburn. I don't see a ton of places where they can just go win. I think that LSU front's played pretty good, and I think they're kind of improving, getting better. So this is one of those games that I really do believe, guys, that the path for LSU to lose this game is to outthink themselves and outcoach themselves. I mean, that's the way that I could see LSU losing this game. You go out there and try to be too aggressive on defense, or you try to go add a bunch of things on offense, get away from who you are. That's what cost you this game. I think if two teams play straight up, we get a pretty clean game. I would think LSU wins by 10, 14 points.
Cole, when you look at what Will Muschamp opted to do against TJ Finley last week, it was a lot of just rush 4, drop 7, make decisions, hope that your pass rush gets home. It did not. LSU's offensive line did a really good job protecting Finley. I think that Kevin Steele is certainly a name that, when you think about him going against a freshman quarterback, inspires a little bit of fear in LSU fans. How do you see Steele attacking Finley?
I think your conundrum if you're Kevin Steele right now is your D-line has not given you enough this year. So whether it's Newkirk, Truesdale, Big Cat, T.D. Moultrie, whoever, they have – Colby Wooden's really come on late, 25, and he's kind of moved outside a little bit more. I think that's to give them a bit of a more physical presence out there. Plus, Big Cat has been healthy for the majority of this year. They're not giving this team enough. They need more from that group. So what do you have to do to compensate? You're either going to blitz linebackers, you're going to roll safeties down, whatever that is. But for me, I mean, ultimately, what I would rather do than pressure a kid that was 6'6", 6'5", 240, 245, is I'd probably rather try to confuse him on the back end. And I would try to trick him into different throws or throws that looked like they might be there than they weren't there. Because a lot of times with a young man like that, even if you get to him, I mean, how much are you really affecting him? Like, how much is he really going to be impacted by a bunch of hits? I don't feel like it. And you might not even get him down to a certain extent. So for me, I would, you got to take the run away. But here's the good news for Auburn, based on what I saw last week. You're right about what Will and T-Rob did. I do think, though, the LSU run game was aided somewhat, not all, somewhat, by the amount of movement that the South Carolina defensive line attempted. I mean, they were all over the place. And it was run stunts, it was slants, and they took themselves out of some plays. And they really opened some things up. Now, you still got to go execute it. You can't just let guys run free. The LSU still blocked it well and still did what they needed to do, but maybe see a plan where you play a little bit more straight up, try to disguise some things, hide some things. I don't think this is, we get carried away with what Kevin did last year. I don't think that you need that kind of a plan. This is not that kind of an offense, but you got to be concerned with some of your matchups on the outside, whether it's Jefferson or Jenkins. And then I think if the run game gets going, then now you got a young quarterback that's confident and comfortable. So I don't know if he has enough confidence in the D-line to just play him straight up. I mean, Popo and McLean have been great at linebacker. Both of them have. And the good news there is they can both run. So if you need them on third downs or you need them, to help you out a little bit more in coverage, they can do that to an extent. But it's a big conundrum that you have to sort of sit there and think about and try to deal with, and that is all right, do I add to make sure they can't run the ball and get him comfortable, or do I try to disguise some things on the back end and, hope to get a ball go our way?
Compliments of Tex Morris over at Edward Jones, Cole Cubelic of the SEC Network, and three-man front co-host. You can catch that 10 to 2 on WJOX 94.5 over in Alabama Monday through Friday. But he'll be in Kentucky tomorrow for Georgia versus the Wildcats. The most intriguing game on the schedule to me, Cole, tell me if I'm wrong here, but seems like it's Arkansas at Texas A&M. What do you anticipate tomorrow at Kyle Field?
I would probably counter you that with Missouri, Florida. I'm more intrigued with that game. However, I do think Arkansas A&M could be intriguing. And there's a lot of people that feel the exact same way. The one thing that makes me sort of not like this game is I think what Barry Odom has done really well the last few weeks is sort of made offensive coordinators be patient. And Leach has proved, or his quarterbacks have proved multiple times, they cannot do it. Lane Kiffin has proved multiple times he cannot. He told me at halftime last week how frustrated he was that he was getting the odd look, dropping 8, and basically meaning he can't go throw the ball around. I think we've seen multiple instances across college football this year that these OCs just don't have the patience. And Barry Odom's proven that he does. He's like, I'll just sit back and we'll turn an 8-yard drive into a 15-yard drive or a 15-play drive. And if you know what, if you score, you score, but we're going to at least make you work because we think you'll make a mistake. So I think Jimbo Fisher will be fine doing that. Jimbo Fisher is not an offensive coordinator that loses patience. He's not a guy that tries to rush things. And I think Spiller and that offensive line have a lot of continuity right now. He has a good feel of where the zone plays are going to hit. He's got good patience. He's pressing the line of scrimmage. And then you've got obviously a quarterback that can add runs, a tight end that can give you some of the stuff underneath. So, I think Kellen Mond is fine. He's throwing slants. He's not going to force things down the field if he doesn't have to. So I think A&M will play that game. And if you're both playing the same game, who's the more talented team? I think Texas A&M is. But on the flip side of that, I think Missouri's coming on. That front seven's really good. Nick Bolton's the best. He's the best linebacker in the league. And you got a quarterback that's just gaining confidence every single week, more and more confidence. And there weren't gaudy numbers last week, but go find the plays of Connor Baselick when he was under pressure for Missouri last week. It's step up, 1, 2, boom, ball comes out. Step right, step up, boom, ball comes out. Like, he never panics. He's like the anti-Bo Nix. Like, he does. There's no panic with him. He knows where the ball needs to go. He knows how to get away from pressure. He knows when it needs to get out. And the more confidence he builds, especially with Larry Roundtree getting going, that's a dangerous team. And I'll be honest, guys, I don't know what the hell to expect from Florida. What are they going to be in shape? Who's going to play? They're almost starting their season over. Think about that.
Yeah.
We know what the first game's like, and it's never normal. It's never super comfortable. Well, they're going to be doing that again against a pretty good team that's finding some momentum and confidence right now. You're
in Lexington. Kentucky's 2-3. They got Georgia tomorrow at home. Is that a disappointing start through 5, 2-3?
When you look at what possibly could have happened, I think so. The Ole Miss game was there for the taking. The Auburn game at halftime was there for the taking. And you've executed a lot of what you wanted to be this year. You look at the turnovers on defense. You look at how they've run the ball. You just hadn't been able to find a ton of balance offensively. Now you enter Joey Gatewood. He's going to start this game, and maybe he can give you a spark. Here's the reality for Kentucky. They need what LSU has on the perimeter. They need weapons. They need guys who can win one-on-ones. They need guys who can find ways to get open and guys who can give you yak yards. And they don't have a ton of those guys right now. So I think until they find that, it's going to kind of be the same what it's been. I think historically, probably not that disappointing. But I think when you look at what you have and what was really there for the taking, like what was on your plate and you decided not to eat it, I think you probably have to be a little bit disappointed.
First game for you tomorrow, 11 a.m. from Lexington on the SEC Network. Georgia is in Kentucky taking on the Wildcats. Cole Cubelic will be on the call there. He'll be trying to get back to Homewood, Alabama for tomorrow night's trick or treat. Best of luck on that. Have a great call. We always appreciate the knowledge, man.
I got one more. T-Bob, how pumped are you about Mandalorian?
I'm
whole
literally
first hour we talked about putting his kids down early tonight so he could watch it.
Yeah, I'm counting down the minutes, Cole. Unfortunately, I can't watch it during the day because of kid stuff, and my boy Will's coming to town. He wants me to wait on him, but I've heard it's 52 minutes long, longest Mandalorian episode ever, and I've heard it is absolutely fantastic. So are you excited as well?
It's a really I have a weird feeling about this. So I actually am a fan of the show. I like the show. I watch the show. I'm excited to watch it. But I think I sit back sometimes and I can admit to myself that it's actually not a great show.
That's
I love it, Cole Cubelic.
It's a horrible take.
Have a great call tomorrow, Cole. Man, why his stock just? Did you think his stock could go up? His stock just went up. See you later, Cole. Have a great weekend. Happy Halloween. Close that hour 2 next here on OTB.
Off the bench with Kalata and T-Bob.
What a take. What a take by Q. Set you up on that one, Olaf.
Well, I mean,
he walked you right into it.
He's still
AccuTempBR.com. Remember, online, get in touch with AccuTemp. Tomorrow, LSU plays a game, which means you could get half off of your service on your AC or heater by texting 31996. 31996. Text halftime to that number tomorrow at halftime. That's your Tiger tune-up over at AccuTemp. Online, AccuTempBR.com.
I mean, I definitely have things that I know that I enjoy that I would not tell, like, say, are good movies or TV shows. But the overall popularity of Mandalorian would point towards Cole being scientifically wrong in this case. You know who never gets it wrong is AccuTemp. And that's why if you want to take control of your home, make it the home that you always wanted it to be, they can help you do so. Get your Tiger tune-up. Text halftime to 31996 during halftime of the LSU game tomorrow. That's halftime to 31996. You get that Tiger tune-up on your home for just $50. AccuTempBR.com.
Saints coverage, Chiefs, Cowboys, Thursday night, Sunday night, and Monday Night Football. From the opening kickoff to the playoffs and the Super Bowl, the NFL lives on 104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge.
Hey, football fans, T-Bomb here, reminding you that Hooters is your headquarters for football. If you can't get in, they still got the Hooters girls, the TVs, the wings, the beer, everything you love about game day. But what if you're watching at your house, maybe having some people over? You don't feel like cooking? Well, great. Hooters, they have your back. You download the Hooters app, you'll get a free app, and then you go and you pick up the food, you bring it home. Everybody loves you because you got Hooters wings, and game day, it's a match made in heaven. Download the app, get Hooters to go. Hooters, your headquarters for football.
Gulf Coast Bank and Trust is a local bank with a straightforward philosophy.
It's about doing the right thing for our customers.
Participating in our community with annual local fundraisers. Offering individual attention in a modern banking atmosphere with a trusted local company. Gulf Coast Bank invested in technology with a local touch, giving our customers the power to bank anywhere, anytime.
We're building relationships through personal service as the bank that cares about you.
Gulf Coast Bank and Trust, the bank that cares about you.
To all of our heroes working on the front lines of this COVID-19 pandemic, your bravery and selflessness represent the very best of us, and we want to say thank you. I'm asking everyone around the state to join me in celebrating the heroism of our healthcare professionals on the 19th of every month at 1900 hours, that's 7 p.m. Write a note of appreciation, make plans to donate to charitable organizations, or say a prayer. To learn more, visit 19thanks.org. Thank you, and God bless.
T-Bob Abear here with breaking news. Front to Back Boat Services is the shop to upgrade your boat tech this fall. With not one but two NMEA certified techs, who better to install your Panoptic sonar, your HD displays. You want to see the fish under the water before you even cast? They have that. Trolling motor you could control with your iPhone? They have that. So what are you waiting for? Get into Front to Back Boat Services right now. Upgrade your boat tech. Make your boating dreams come true. Front to Back Boat Services.
This isn't just another day. It's so much more. Kelly's life was put on hold when her auctioneer primary care doctor discovered a rare blood disorder. Her doctor connected her to an auctioneer care team of cancer, heart, and kidney specialists. With multiple primary care locations around Baton Rouge, same-day appointments, and online scheduling, we're relentless about keeping you healthy. Auctioneer Baton Rouge. Innovating healthcare for Kelly.
At All-Star Toyota, you get it all. If you're in the market for an all-new Toyota vehicle, come see our friendly and knowledgeable sales team at All-Star Toyota. Located in Baton Rouge at the corner of Airline and Goodwood, we've been serving our community since 2005 by offering a large selection of new Toyota cars, trucks, and SUVs. Get behind the wheel of your dream car and take a test drive at All-Star Toyota today.
Hey, it's Matt Moscona inviting you to join us for a Football Friday edition of AFR presented by Don Juan Cigar Bar. Phil Steele previews the weekend slate of games. Terry O's here with us, our guest picker. Join us 3 to 6, 104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge.
All-Star Toyota presents Off the Bench with Jordy Collada and T-Bob Hebert. ESPN Baton Rouge, New Orleans, Alexandria.
OTB with Olaf coming up here for an hour as we will get you set for a football weekend, the D-Generation Dome. How was it last weekend?
It was
bad,
good
wasn't
for
it?
no one.
Yeah.
I went 0-3. Megan and Mincy and Otter went 1-2.
Sheesh.
So what it means now is Megan and Mincy are tied in first at 9-12. I'm a half game behind at 8-12-1. And Otter is continued to bring up the rear at 5-15-1. Again, if you have just been playing the Fade Otter game, you are 15-5-1. So you've been making incredible money if you just go the opposite direction of Jimmy Ott.
Ballsy play to fade the Ott father, but his record has shown here in 2020 that he has been just horrendous.
And to be clear, I don't know how he's doing in any other pick competitions or
but you do know in the OTB when he's doing terrible.
Yes, but on D-Generation Dome, he's doing horrible. That is true.
Any games you like over there at 9-12?
Being that I am the public, I don't pick my games until the commercial break before the segment. So I'm just exposing how all of these people are frauds and nothing in sports gambling actually matters. And I mean, how Vegas is this that they're beating us at like right above a 50% clip?
Yeah.
You're winning just enough to feel like you got juice, and you're losing just enough to make sure that the house keeps winning.
Oh man, Danny, enjoy your Halloween weekend. If you are out and about New Orleans tonight, shoot me a text. I should be at a local house party. Enjoy it, T-Bob, Olaf, and the crew, the family around the neighborhood. You gonna be sipping some tequila while you're doing a little trick or treat?
Yeah,
That sounds like a yes.
I got some good liquor. I don't know. It's not really tequila time of year anymore, especially not with the cooler weather. So
Okay, a little brown drink?
yes, brown drinks for everyone.
Okay, you and Moscona. All right, Musso, have a great
Chill out,
weekend.
Chill out.
See y'all on Whiskey and Wine tomorrow night, Don Juan
Lump me
Cigar
in.
Bar.
Yeah, tell Moscona not to drop the cigar in his lap again. Cool guy.
Off the Bench with Collada and T-Bob.
Daily brought to you here by Secure Shredding and Recycling online, secureshreddingandrecycling.com. Remember, over there they're your document destruction specialists. It doesn't matter if you're a government agency, an individual, a business, or a nonprofit organization. Secure Shredding and Recycling get you taken care of today online, secureshreddingandrecycling.com. They offer mobile shredding, drop-off shredding, even hard drives. They can destroy those. If you mention OTB, they'll take the two hard drives, your first two hard drives, and destroy them for free. Online, secureshreddingandrecycling.com.
Secureshreddingandrecycling.com, secureshreddingandrecycling.com. Like Jordy said, all your document destruction needs with the local guys, the LSU grads. It's a services business in document destruction, and nobody can serve your needs better than can Secure Shredding. They have drop-off points. They can bring their trucks out and destroy on site, or for the biggest jobs, they can bring them back to their facilities. The bottom line, you're going to get a better rate than the national guys, and you're going to get that local attention to detail. Secure Shredding.
This is it, what smart customers wait for all year. The Richards Honda Trade-In, Trade-Up event. Right now, get more money for your trade and a great price on something new. That's a win-win. Only at richardshonda.com. The smart choice.
Are you a licensed contractor? There's lots of good contractors in Louisiana doing work the right way, but unfortunately, too many unlicensed contractors are working outside the licensing requirements. Working as a contractor in Louisiana requires a license for the company doing the work. The Louisiana State Licensing Board for Contractors wants to help you get licensed to allow you to conduct work legally. It's not difficult to get the license. We can help you. Go to lacontractor.org for more information. Licensed contractors, it's the law.
Gulf Coast Office Products is a nationally recognized Savin office equipment dealer based right here in Louisiana. Over 100 employees strong, Gulf Coast has the boots on the ground to support all vertical markets, from education, engineering, legal, and finance. With the latest in office technology, from desktop to production segment units, Gulf Coast and 7 have the perfect fit for you. Call 225-756-2644. That's 756-2644 for Gulf Coast office products.
Hi, this is Chance Inman, President and Chief Operating Officer for Janney King Gulf Coast. Here are some ways to protect yourself and those around you from the coronavirus. Wash your hands often and thoroughly. Cover coughs and sneezes with your elbow. Disinfect high-touch surfaces regularly. Use non-contact methods for greeting others. And avoid touching your face. Following these steps, as well as social distancing, should help all of us stay healthy.
Janney King, the king of clean.
I've been doing business with Luba for 25 years. They're dependable, trustworthy. It's just the attention to detail with our clients.
Our folks have years and years of experience. They're highly trained professionals. But many companies have that asset. What I'd like to think makes Luba a bit different is that we use those talents in a way that truly is dedicated to serving the needs of the folks who depend on us.
Gulf Coast Bank and Trust is a local bank with a straightforward philosophy.
It's about doing the right thing for our customers.
Participating in our community with annual local fundraisers, offering individual attention in a modern banking atmosphere with a trusted local company. Gulf Coast Bank invested in technology with a local touch, giving our customers the power to bank anywhere, anytime.
We're building relationships through personal service as the bank that cares about you.
Gulf Coast Bank and Trust, the bank that cares about you.
Upgrading your ride is as easy as richardshonda.com during the Trade-In, Trade-Up event. It's a once-a-year event with great prices on every vehicle in stock. So trade up today. I-12 at Millerville Road and richardshonda.com.
Good morning. It's 9 a.m. Friday. Oh, God. Thank God it's not Wednesday. Friday, October 30th. Today in Baton Rouge. Sunny skies. High of 68. In case you missed hours 1 or 2 of the show, catch that up at the on-demand section at 1045ESPN.com. Brought to you by Carriages. Coming up today on OTBOT, Marlon Favorite of the LSU Sports Radio Network joins the show next. D-Generation Dome at 9:30. Follow today's show on Twitter or Instagram at OTB_ESPN. Watch us live at the 1045 ESPN YouTube channel. Interact with us inside the Bayou Ford chat. And make sure to subscribe to the Off the Bench and Off the Bench Overtime YouTube channels. Set your notifications. New content is posted there daily. OTBOT starts right now.
All-Star Toyota presents Off the Bench with Jordy Collada and T-Bob Hebert. ESPN Baton Rouge, New Orleans, Alexandria.
Hey, what's up, y'all? What's going on? Welcome in OTBOT. It's your boy Olaf. Shout out Arendelle. Shout out my crew, Anna, Elsa, Sven, Christoph, the boys. You already know Snow for Life, Snow, Pow, Pow, what's happening? Welcome into OTBOT. We got a lot to get to this hour. Obviously, we have another Casual Friday scientific off-the-bench tier list. We are ranking Halloween candies, people. As you can see, we are here at the very beginning of this journey. Right now in the S tier, we have Snickers, Reese's, and peanut M&Ms. I'm struggling to think about what else on this list deserves to be in that S tier, but like any good scientist, I will ultimately let the scientific method make my decisions for me, and therefore, these decisions will be devoid of any feeling and will be purely built upon the foundation of fact, lest you sit here and try to complain to me that we are wrong, you Neanderthal. We also got the D-Generation Dome coming up this hour, as I laid out. It was a terrible week for the crew, but that's okay, because it's like Bruce Wayne's father tells him, why do we fall down, Bruce? because we're emotionally unstable adults that cannot process grief and go on to a life of fighting crime in uber violent ways that probably leads to more deaths in the end?
No, that's not what he
how
says.
it goes.
That's not. No.
How does it go? Oh, it's to pick ourselves back up.
There you go.
That's the point. Okay,
That's
so
it.
yes, so we are going to fall. We have fallen. Now we will pick ourselves back up, and we will start that by welcoming in my man, Big Fave. Fave, what's happening?
What's happening, T-Bob? Everybody to go sit in that truck a little bit and let that phone charge up. You know, we still out of power down here in the 504. But outside of that, it's all good, baby. Hello, somebody.
Look at that, Big Fave, no power, staying positive, one of the most positive people I've ever met. That's what's up, man. Well, I hope y'all get it back on sooner rather than later. I know a lot of people, anybody out there dealing without power that sucks. And shout out to all the linemen working on all the lines, getting everybody's power back up. Big ups to all of y'all. Speaking of linemen, Fave, this is a game against Auburn where I think success on the lines will be as critical in any game on this schedule. When you look at how LSU beat South Carolina so badly, it's because they whooped ass inside the trenches. You host the Inside the Trenches podcast. How do you like this LSU-Auburn matchup?
I like it. It is a challenge for LSU defensive line. A team who on the foot with being able to out the run. This is be a kind of something we this Auburn team. They're going to try to run that. Right? They don't want to control that clock.
All right, hold on, Fave. Hold on. I'm going to have to stop you real quick. I'm sorry. For some reason, whatever, phone's breaking up. Moose is going to recall you real quick. Danny, could you throw that? Could you throw the tier list back on the screen? We can make some more decisions here. Okay, I'm just going to go first instinct, top of the brain. Gummy worms are a B. Gummy bears are an A. I would say Skittles are a definite A. Put Skittles in the A real quick for me. Starburst, S? Is Starburst an S? What do y'all think? I think maybe put Starburst in the S category. What else do we have on this list that looks good? I mean, Hershey's chocolate, just a basic Hershey's chocolate feels like a B to me. Maybe Hershey's cookies and it's over here, Danny, right here. Hershey's cookie and cream, maybe give that an A here early on. We can knock out some easy D's. A Take 5. I'm not really a Take 5 fan. Are you a Take 5 fan? Okay, we got Fave back. All right, we'll continue the science when we get back. But first, is that Rube back there? It's a little hard to see through my mask. What's happening? Okay, let's go back to the phone lines. Fave, what's up, man? We got you?
We good, baby.
Okay, you sound perfect. Sound perfect. All right, so inside the trenches, how do you see this matchup?
Well, the way I see the matchup, T-Bob, this is an area that has been a challenge for us this entire season. But we know that Auburn is a team that's going to run at you no matter what. They're going to try to run to try to control the clock. So you look at big guys up in the middle like Glenn Logan, even Big Aki, the guys that rotate in, even Big Jaquelin Roy. It's going to be important that those guys play with low pad level, play with good inside hands, keep those feet hot, baby, and create that new line of scrimmage, T-Bob, because, again, Auburn's going to throw it. Bo Nix, he's going to try his receivers, but they're going to want to try to run, and they're going to look at that as a weak area for us, despite this last game. So if we go out there and play with sound technique, real sound in our gap, we'll be okay.
So, Big Fave, you catch him on the Game Day Show, pregame, postgame with Brandon Taylor and Hunt Palmer. Obviously, you and BT, both the LSU defenders in your pass. Fave, what's your reaction to the defense last game where, yes, they had some more overall success, but some of the mistakes, in my opinion, remain so core. Guys just like not holding down, contain, not trusting in the gap scheme. What did you learn in that win over South Carolina?
Well, I learned a team that's really taking it one step at a time and improving their game. So I did see some things that look well, particularly the gap integrity, but the things I didn't like, as you mentioned, are losing contain. You look at the big run play, first quarter. It makes us susceptible to the toss or any of those outside runs.
Yeah.
So I think it's one of those situations where our DNs and our outside linebackers, you got to be disciplined. Don't let your eyes get you in trouble. I know when you're on a losing end of the stick, it's tough. You're anxious to make a play. You want to make sure that you're not going to make a mistake. But that's the same thing that makes you make a mistake. Play loose, trust your technique, trust your study throughout the whole week, and do not lose contain, because they're going to try outside run. They're going to try some draw. They're going to go to some basic football just to try to open up those big plays, to try to catch our secondary sleep. So just knowing this coaching staff and the way that they prep the guys for South Carolina, is going to be a tough rumble in the Auburn jungle. But at the very end of the day, he set out to fly. Hello. At the very end of the day, if we play technique sound, we got a solid chance in this game.
So you played in this attacking 4-3 scheme. How much of this is just about trusting your teammate to do their job? Because it seems like everybody's trying to make the play themselves, and they're opening themselves up to all kind of counterattacks.
It takes a lot of discipline and a lot of selflessness. And I say that because you have to trust the guy next to you, no matter what. This type of defense isn't designed for an individual to get off. It's designed for 11 guys to be in the best position to be successful. So coming from this defense, I had to trust Derek Beckwith. As bad as I know I can shrug this guy to the outside and make that play on the inside, I'm out of my gap if I do that. Now, Darius, now you got two guys in one gap. I missed that tackle.
Yep.
He goes right where I left. Now he hits his head on the goalpost. So it's going to be a trust thing, a discipline thing, and being selfish, saying, hey, let me trust my technique in this gap. Let me win in this gap. And, hey, the tackle will fall right in your lap if you play sound. It's not a two-gap where you kind of make a play on the fly. It's not designed to where you're holding guys up, where the linebackers ride around and fly around and make tackles off reads. This is a straight one gap, win my gap, create a new line of scrimmage, make it tough on them up front.
Talking to Big Fave at Big Fave 504, Super Bowl champion, national champion. Catch him on pregame and postgame tomorrow on Eagle 98.1. Also hosts the Inside the Trenches podcast. Fave, little prediction for what you think goes down tomorrow.
I don't think this is a super high-scoring game. I do feel like our offense is on a high. I think we may put up about 31 points, 28, 31 points. Auburn's going to fight us at home, 21-24. So I'm looking at an LSU fight-it-out win. Very optimistic, very positive, 31-24 victory on the road, baby.
Fave, how about Coach Tierney's boys, dude? You said it last week that you thought T.J. Finley be ready because of Coach Tierney and the lessons learned therein. How hyped are you to see Coach's boy come through?
I'm excited, man. It's an underground, low line of athletes that balled out and made it through this man's teams throughout the years. You look at the guys that went on to Colorado, LSU. You know, we mentioned guys like Ryan Clark last year, and now T.J. Finley. So I know just talking to Coach Hank Tierney, we texted after the game, right after the game, he said, was I right or what? So he was on point. But it's a good feeling, man. And that's one thing about Coach Hank's legacy and what he does here is still doing down in Ponchatoula. He's going to teach you the game the right way. You're going to be good at what you do because he executes football as well. So big ups to Coach Hank Tierney. And, man, TJ, once again, of course, we're looking for an encore. I know everybody's excited to see him against Auburn, a tougher, well, not necessarily a tougher opponent.
Yeah,
South
right.
Carolina did beat
Exactly.
Auburn, right? But, you know, it's on the road, and you know, you're going to be in a different environment. But he looks so smooth and on point, so I'm excited to see him keep chopping wood, too.
Big Fave at Big Fave 504. Fave, thanks so much, man.
Man, thanks for having me on, T-Bob.
Yes, sir. Happy Halloween. All right, when we get back here at Off the Bench, time to engage in more science as we rank the greatest Halloween candies devoid of feelings, all about the facts. OTBOT.
OTB, OT. In times of need, get a full list of phone numbers, websites, and other important emergency information on the Demco Stormwatch page at 1045ESPN.com.
Are you a licensed contractor? There's lots of good contractors in Louisiana doing work the right way, but unfortunately, too many unlicensed contractors are working outside the licensing requirements. Working as a contractor in Louisiana requires a license for the company doing the work. The Louisiana State Licensing Board for Contractors wants to help you get licensed to allow you to conduct work legally. It's not difficult to get the license. We can help you. Go to lacontractor.org for more information. Licensed contractors, it's the law.
This is a house call. This is a follow-up appointment. This is a diabetes checkup. This isn't just more convenient care, it's more advanced care. This is innovating healthcare at Louisiana's #1 hospital, Auctioner.
ServiceMaster Elite create clean, disinfected work environments. As a local business, we take pride in serving the New Orleans and Baton Rouge areas. Our cleaning protocols follow CDC and OSHA standards for healthcare settings, offices, senior living, restaurants, and industrial plants. Contact ServiceMaster Elite to get your operation ready for reopening with germ disinfection cleaning. ServiceMaster Elite, the trusted choice in professional cleaning since 1996.
At All-Star Toyota, you get it all. If you're in the market for an all-new Toyota vehicle, come see our friendly and knowledgeable sales team at All-Star Toyota. Located in Baton Rouge at the corner of Airline and Goodwood, we've been serving our community since 2005 by offering a large selection of new Toyota cars, trucks, and SUVs. Get behind the wheel of your dream car and take a test drive at All-Star Toyota today.
To all of our heroes working on the front lines of this COVID-19 pandemic, your bravery and selflessness represent the very best of us, and we want to say thank you. I'm asking everyone around the state to join me in celebrating the heroism of our healthcare professionals on the 19th of every month at 1900 hours, that's 7 p.m. Write a note of appreciation, make plans to donate to charitable organizations, or say a prayer. To learn more, visit 19thanks.org. Thank you, and God bless.
T-Bob Hebert here with breaking news. Front to Back Boat Services is the shop to upgrade your boat tech this fall. With not one but two NMEA certified techs, who better to install your Panoptic sonar, your HD displays. You want to see the fish under the water before you even cast? They have that. Trolling motor you could control with your iPhone? They have that. So what are you waiting for? Get into Front to Back Boat Services right now. Upgrade your boat tech. Make your boating dreams come true. Front to Back Boat Services.
Gulf Coast Bank and Trust is a local bank with a straightforward philosophy.
It's about doing the right thing for our customers.
Participating in our community with annual local fundraisers, offering individual attention in a modern banking atmosphere with a trusted local company. Gulf Coast Bank invested in technology with a local touch, giving our customers the power to bank anywhere, anytime.
We're building relationships through personal service as the bank that cares about you.
Gulf Coast Bank and Trust, the bank that cares about you.
Do you know the proper way to prevent the spread of COVID-19 in your office? We do. We're Jani-King, a leader in the cleaning industry for over 30 years, and we've developed comprehensive programs to address proper cleaning and disinfection. We have experience in applying disinfecting programs in hospitals, office buildings, schools, and other venues. Now we're ready to help and able to assist customers that need disinfecting services.
Jani-King, the king of clean.
Coming up on Game Time with Jimmy Ott. It's a Lock of the Week Friday, live from Ruffino's on Highland Road. Join Jimmy, Rohan Davey, and Ruffin Rodriguez as they preview the weekend in football. Tune in at 10 a.m. on 104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge.
OTB OT with T-Bob Hebert, ESPN Baton Rouge, New Orleans, Alexandria.
Hey, what's going on, y'all? Welcome back. OTB OT. As you can see behind me, our Casual Friday scientific tier list continues to take shape here. This is a tough one, ladies and gentlemen. We are ranking Halloween
Halloween candies, like trick-or-treating stuff, right? So it's not technically all candy.
Yeah, it's
This is
totally
stuff-
different from the previous candy tier list.
Well, that was just a chocolate bar.
Right. This is
tier list.
different.
So this involves all candies and it involves other stuff that you'll get on Halloween, like some people hand out popcorn balls.
Don't do that, by the way.
There's people that hand out fruits.
Definitely
sometimes. There's those little wax things that are wrapped in paper that don't have any labeling. You know, those little caramel bites, I think they are. So right now, go down what we have so far, and this is very, very open to change. This is the beginning of our scientific experimenting. In the S category, we have Snickers, Reese's, M&M's, and Starburst. In the A, we have Hershey's, Cookies and Cream, Kit Kat, and Twix. In the B, we have Gummy Bears, Hershey, Regular, Nestle Crunch, Nerds, and Dots. In the C, we have Candy Corn, Smarties, and Twizzlers. And in the D, we have Jelly Bellies, Caramel Apple Pops, which apparently are Joe Burrow's favorite, bottle caps, Werther's Original Pixie Sticks, and apples/other fruit. What do y'all want to do with Skittles? I think Skittles are an S. I am willing to put them in the A, however.
Definitely not an S. I think I mean, I'd probably do B.
What sweet candy on this list is better than Skittles?
Okay, look. Here's my thing with Skittles. I personally don't really like them. I know plenty of people do. I know they're very popular. For that reason, I could see them being A tier.
Oh, by the way, in the S here, it's peanut M&Ms, not regular M&Ms in the S right now. Here's the deal. This is not just a chocolate list. This is a candy list. Show me one better sweets-based candy on this list than Skittles.
I like Sweet Tarts better than Skittles. We don't have them on the list yet, but they are down there. I like them better than Skittles.
Okay, so where would you rank Sweet Tarts?
I would probably put Sweet Tarts in the A. I really like them. I don't know if ever. I mean, so that's what I'm saying.
That's a little too high.
That's too high. That's a little too high. I
That's
agree,
my
Danny.
favorite.
I agree.
Actually, that's the truth. My favorite sweet candy is Mike and Ike's.
I'd rather have the Sour Patch Kids.
Yeah,
rather
Sour
than-
Patch Kids are an A to me.
I'd rather
I
have
would put
those than
Sour Patch
Skittles.
Kids in the A. Or are we all in agreement there?
Yeah, sure.
All right, we can put Sour Patch Kids in the A. That's Warheads, Danny. We'll get to those. So where would y'all rank Skittles on your list?
On
I do B.
mine?
You would do B?
On
Yeah,
mine, I'd probably
yeah.
put it at a B. On my list.
Okay,
But
well,
this is our list.
You also gotta think,
I say it all the
Halloween-
time. Facts over feelings. If that's how y'all feel, it's a B, I guess. I don't agree, but put Skittles in the B for now.
We also got to
you-
think it's the fun size, so it's like not many Skittles.
Yeah,
but
no,
fun
those are the
size.
best packets because you just open up the whole thing and pour it all
At
in your
once,
mouth at
yeah.
once. And then you do sweet Big Daddy themed spit tricks where you do the thing where you put your spit all the way on the ground, then you suck it back up. You never did that when you were younger?
No, I never
After you
did
saw Big Daddy? You eat a
That one
ton of
touched the ground.
Skittles and your spit becomes so like viscous and like
That's
just
why
kind of like sticky.
That's why I don't like Skittles.
Oh my God.
That is why I don't
Well,
like
if we're
Skittles.
worried about mouthfeel, then how are we ranking anything with caramel in here? All right, next on the list. What do y'all want to do with Airheads? Feels like a C to me.
Yeah.
They're okay. I
Not
like
a-
balling them up into a ball, like rolling them into a ball and eating them that way.
Yeah, I mean, I could
Sometimes I like
take
to
them
make
or
them into a
leave them.
square or a cube.
I don't seek Airheads out.
No, who seeks Airheads out?
Alvin Kamara.
Oh yeah.
Oh wait, Airheads. I thought we were talking about the jaw.
What do you think, Danny? How do you feel about Airheads?
Yeah, I think it's like a C.
Okay, cool. We're in agreement. Science approves. How do we feel about a lollipop, like a blow pop? Should we put blow pop and Tootsie Pops together? I actually think that blow pops are far superior to Tootsie Pops.
I agree with that.
I would put blow pops in the B. I
Yeah.
think.
That's solid.
And
like
I would
that.
actually put Tootsie Pops in the D. If once we
Yeah.
add Tootsie Pops to this list,
Yeah.
It's like for some reason the sweetness always mixed way better with gum on the inside than with the chocolate. I can't exactly explain why. There's like a disconnect there for some reason. How do we feel about like some fruit snacks? You get a bag of Welch's fruit snacks.
D tier.
D tier
for Halloween.
They're so tasty though.
They are, but I mean, come on, man, it's Halloween.
They're so tasty though. You would eat fruit snacks over a lot of the stuff on this
No,
list.
I would, but I really
If I
do.
offered
enjoy
you
have it.
Smarties or fruit snacks, what are you taking?
fruit snacks, but
Exactly.
it's Halloween though.
I say C.
Okay, see. Okay.
I'd rather have them than candy corn for sure.
We'll chill out on
Yeah,
that. Danny,
I mean,
okay.
fire candy corn into the sun.
No, candy corn. If candy corn ends up on the D tier, this
where are the
entire list is
pumpkins?
broken.
Where you want
There's the
this?
candy. Okay,
or
let's
factual.
have the candy corn pumpkin conversations. There are original candy corns.
No.
There's the thicker variant, which are pumpkin candy corns.
No.
Both are just pure sugar. I enjoy the texture of both quite a bit. I actually think I like the pumpkins better. Do you prefer original candy corn or the pumpkin candy corn?
I would agree on the pumpkins better than candy corn.
Okay. So then there's only one answer
not by
here.
much.
We're going to have to put the pumpkins up to the B tier.
I still think that's too high, but okay.
Maybe we bump them both down one by list in. I just would have major reservations about candy corn ending up in the D tier. Or maybe they both end up in C if the difference isn't big enough. We'll see. Laffy Taffy. I don't like Laffy Taffy that much. I've never been like, oh, that was great Laffy Taffy. I feel like this is a clear-cut D.
I like Laffy Taffy. I feel like it's kind of in the same category as Airheads we were talking about, though.
Yeah.
It's not.
I would take an Airhead over Laffy Taffy.
Oh, see, I'm the opposite. I would take
Danny,
Laffy Taffy over
tiebreak?
Airhead.
I would take Laffy Taffy. I mean, Airhead over Laffy.
Okay, Laffy Taffy D. There you go. Science. Gummy bears are quite good.
I love gummy bears.
I love gummy bears too. Where do we have gummy worms on this list?
I don't think we do.
We don't have
They
gummy
should
worms
be
up there yet.
They're not there?
Where would we put? Where should we put gummy bears? Is it an A?
For Halloween, though, I mean, do you really get gummy bears in Halloween?
Yeah, same thing. You get those little packets. They
come in little packets?
Yeah, my daughter brought home some little fruit snacks and gummy bears the other day from school, and I ate them. She can't be eating all that candy. She's gonna upset her stomach.
I agree with you. Yeah, absolutely. Rot her teeth. Can't do that.
Are gummy bears an A?
I think so. I love gummy bears.
I think I would be fine with that as well. Danny?
I would say B, but our B looks like it's way too.
Let's go A right now. Let's go gummy bears in the A right now. We'll figure this thing out. What about chips? When you get like tiny little packets of chips or Cheez-Its and other stuff like this.
No.
Some parents doing this to avoid the candy thing.
Stop doing that.
I ran out of candy and had to give out a lot of like goldfish packets
Okay, that's
last year.
different though. You were at least giving out candy. Stop giving
I know.
things
But
out
my
in place
point
of
is,
candy.
you will come across it at times. So even if
know.
we think that it's morally and ethically wrong, we still have to rank it due to we're beholden to the numbers, to the science. So it's a D then?
Yes.
Yes, I agree. On Halloween, it's a D.
anything that is not candy on this Halloween candy tier list is a D, except for the cookies. That's good. But if you go to a house that's giving out like apples or chips, mark it down for next year and skip them.
Y'all ever rock with those Whoppers, dude? You ever whop with
I
the
love
Whoppers?
those.
I think
Those
they're
are
great.
great.
So I never really liked them
They're very
until these
good.
last couple weeks. Bought a giant bag of tiny little candies that I was supposed to give out. Now I've eaten them all, but the Whoppers are really tasty.
They are.
Same for the end. I've been smashing them.
I mean,
They're
look,
good.
I would put Whoppers at a B tier for sure.
A B tier?
Yeah.
Put them in A.
Oh, Danny, coming in strong. I'm not
Okay.
against it.
I'd rather have them than candy pumpkins.
You're not against it?
That's true.
You want it in the A, Musso?
I mean, yeah, I would. I mean,
Okay, put
looking-
Whoppers in the A for now. I have a feeling they're going to be an easy sacrifice later on, but we'll
Just
see.
comparing them to
man.
the other ones.
I'd pick
in the B.
Whoppers over everything in that B tier except the Hershey's bar and the Crunch bar.
Jolly Ranchers got to be a D. I mean, they make me angry. They're all right.
I like that. I like the
anytime-
suckers better than the.
I just feel like anytime you got a Jolly Rancher with a kid, you were disappointed, right? I mean, is that wrong here?
I like the suckers.
Oh, I realized I just forgot to put Almond Joy.
Regular.
Good,
Oh
don't
my
put it on
God,
there.
S tier. Duh, Danny. Regular M&Ms feel like
a
the
C
most
to me.
easy C that there has ever been, right? Yeah, regular M&Ms in the C tier, Danny, right here. How do we feel about Warheads? You remember we talked about Surge a little while ago, how like if you showed up with a 6-pack of Surge, you knew the party was on.
Yeah.
The other great like elementary school challenge was, like, oh my God, he said he could eat 3 Warheads at once? What? They're so sour. Are you kidding me? That said, I don't think they're a particularly good candy. I think they're a bit gimmicky.
I love Warheads.
Yeah, aftertaste can be somewhat good. I don't think they're a D, but I cannot rise Warheads above a C on this list.
Oh. Danny, what do you think?
I think
they're a B.
I think they're better than Yeah, I'd put him
Hold
in
on
B.
now.
I'll put him in BA.
I don't want to get too comparative here, and I know I did that as well as the chief scientist.
We gotta bump down some B stuff.
We
Like,
will
now I'm looking at
eventually.
B.
We have to build the list first. Damn it, Danny. It's a first pass, okay?
Okay.
Where do you want warheads
C.
on their own merit? See? All right. Perfect. Sweet tarts. I like chewy sweet tarts. I don't like normal sweet tarts. Normal sweet tarts would be a D tier for me.
Oh, wow. That's terrible. But okay. I agree with that. I just don't.
Okay. We're
I'm
in
totally
agreement.
outnumbered. And
If you can't work up the passion for it, then it's.
I mean, I
doesn't deserve
could,
it.
but I've already lost the vote, and you two are just both very wrong on that.
What about a moon pie? I know, Danny, you're a big fan of cream pies, but how do you feel about moon pies?
D tier.
D tier?
Yeah. Halloween kit. Not a Halloween thing I want.
Okay,
No, but
yeah.
people give them out a lot. around Halloween, I feel like.
You're kind of selling me on this idea that we should ding it for not being a true Halloween candy like we ding some of the other things on this list. Put moon pies in the D tier for now. Mr. Goodbar. I got a confession. I don't know that I can think off the top of my head what a Mr. Goodbar tastes like. Can y'all?
It's chocolate and peanuts, I'm pretty sure is all it is.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Yeah. I mean, it's good. It's just chocolate and peanuts, though. So
D
for
or
that,
C?
For that, C. I'd put it
See?
in C.
All right. I agree. Yeah, that's
It's better than everything in the
Reese's Pieces.
Okay, Reese's Pieces for me are an A. I love Reese's Pieces. They are delicious.
I'll go A for now. Well, I don't know if my heart's fully in it, but it seems, I mean, they are really good. So it seems like as fine a place to start as any. Milk Duds, B?
I hate Milk Duds.
Okay, C? Danny?
C, yeah.
C? Okay, Milk Duds, C?
Texture thing. They get stuck in your teeth.
100-gram bar?
Nah, I don't care.
I mean, people get triggered by this, but I would have no problem throwing 100 grand in a D.
Yeah, I can't say I've ever even had one.
Yeah, I don't think I've had one.
Yeah, I kind of never have
I think
either.
it's an old school candy.
Yeah, sorry, all you 100 grand nerds. Put in the D tier. Popcorn balls.
Again, don't do that.
Okay, D tier. It sounds like. Butterfingers, which are probably so I don't know how to rank Butterfingers because the most recent Butterfinger I had was randomly a few weeks ago, and it kind of tasted terrible. And then I've looked up and I've read, and people have told me that they actually reworked like Butterfingers, like how they make them or their recipe or something. So I'm at a bit of a crossroads. Butterfingers growing up would have been S to A category for me. Now they feel like B to C. I don't think they're a C though. I think they're B.
I can get behind that. I just don't think a Butterfinger is anything special.
I feel like they used to be, and I don't know, that one I had the other day was kind of flavorless in a weird way.
Butterfinger's like a great topping for ice cream or like frozen yogurt.
Yeah, it is good on all that.
The crushed Butterfinger, great topping for that.
Okay, we have to go to break so we get back for the Degeneration Dome. We will continue to rank these and move things around so we can lock this list in by day's end. This is your OTB Casual Friday tier list. When we get back, we'll hand you out some more money-losing picks in the Degeneration Dome. OTBOT, stick around.
OTB, OT.
Do you know what Olaf loves even more than summer? The Hooters girls and watching football at Hooters. That's right. I was actually going to get Anna and Elsa a job there until they decided that ruling Arendelle came first. Imagine that, right? Well, guess what? If you are looking for somewhere to go on football day, go to Hooters this Halloween. They have all the beer, the wings, the sports, all the TVs, all the games, everything you love. Hooters. It's Breast Cancer Awareness Month. They're getting involved in the fight against breast cancer. You can buy pink drinks. You can buy calendars. You can buy menu items that all go towards donating to breast cancer awareness. And again, the fight against breast cancer. Also, sign up for that AT campaign. How about this? Hooters to go. You're cooking at the house. Don't cook. Just get it to go. Download the Hooters app right now. You get a free appetizer. And that's just one of many great food and drink deals. So get them to fly, get the wings right to your home. You don't cook, you don't clean, you just eat delicious wings. Hooters, your headquarters for football, Hooters.com.
Off the Bench, hanging with Esther and Annie, after further review and more, are all live daily on the 104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge YouTube channel. Subscribe now to interact with us inside the live chat driven by Bayou Ford.
This isn't just another day. It's so much more. Kelly's life was put on hold when her auctioneer primary care doctor discovered a rare blood disorder. Her doctor connected her to an auctioneer care team of cancer, heart, and kidney specialists. With multiple primary care locations around Baton Rouge, same-day appointments, and online scheduling, we're relentless about keeping you healthy. Auctioneer Baton Rouge, innovating healthcare for Kelly.
I've been doing business with Luba for 25 years. They're dependable, trustworthy. It's just the attention to detail with our clients.
Our folks have years and years of experience. They're highly trained professionals. But many companies have that asset. What I'd like to think makes Luba a bit different is that we use those talents in a way that truly is dedicated to serving the needs of the folks who depend on us.
Gulf Coast Office Products is a nationally recognized Savin office equipment dealer based right here in Louisiana. Over 100 employees strong, Gulf Coast has the boots on the ground to support all vertical markets from education, engineering, legal, and finance. With the latest in office technology from desktop to production segment units, Gulf Coast and Savin have the perfect fit for you. Call 225-756-2644. That's 756-2644 for Gulf Coast Office Products.
Are you a licensed contractor? There's lots of good contractors in Louisiana doing work the right way, but unfortunately, too many unlicensed contractors are working outside the licensing requirements. Working as a contractor in Louisiana requires a license for the company doing the work. The Louisiana State Licensing Board for Contractors wants to help you get licensed to allow you to conduct work legally. It's not difficult to get the license. We can help you. Go to lacontractor.org for more information. Licensed contractors, it's the law.
Gulf Coast Bank and Trust is a local bank with a straightforward philosophy.
It's about doing the right thing for our customers.
Participating in our community with annual local fundraisers, offering individual attention in a modern banking atmosphere with a trusted local company. Gulf Coast Bank invested in technology with a local touch, giving our customers the power to bank anywhere, anytime.
We're building relationships through personal service as a bank that cares about you.
Gulf Coast Bank and Trust.
Tune in tonight for a full night of prep football coverage. It starts at 6 with Louisiana Prep Preview. Catholic High and McKinley kick off at 7. And we wrap things up with a full 2 hours of the Louisiana Prep Scoreboard Show on YouTube, CST, and 104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge.
OTB OT with T-Bob Hebert, ESPN Baton Rouge, New Orleans, Alexandria.
Welcome back, y'all. What's going on? OTB OT here on 104.5 ESPN. Subscribe to 104.5 ESPN YouTube channel, as well as the Off the Bench YouTube channel and the Off the Bench Overtime YouTube channel. All right, right now it is time for some more money-making picks. That's right, or maybe that's not right. Given the current state of the Degeneration Dome, Ben Mintz will not be joining us today as he is currently traveling to New York City. I have his picks. They are already locked in. But first off, let's welcome everybody in. We have our current tied for the leader. That would be Megan Nunez. Megan making money on Twitter. Mrs. Triple M. Meg, what's up? How you feeling today?
I'm feeling pretty good. Besides all your yapping about me and old Ott before we got on, but it's okay.
Wow, wow. It's not me. It's Olaf. I can't help it. He keeps it honest. He doesn't have a filter, right? It's hey, I can't help it if you guys suck at picking games, okay? If Otter wants to go 15-5 instead of 5-15, maybe he should do better. Hey, Jimmy Ott, speaking of which, you are still in last at 5-15-1. How are you feeling after yet another 1-2 week? Do you need me to explain to you how that's mathematically impressive again this week?
Yes, indeed. Made up ground on you, huh, T-Bob? So anyway,
you did make up ground on me. My first 0 for week as I went 0-3 last week.
we have to defend ourselves on this show. So, I mean, 11-3 on Friday last week in the in college football. Not bad, not bad. So, but yes, 1-2. But we could play a little side bet if you want, T-Bob. Would you like to?
No, not at all. I would like you to pick better winners.
And that's all you need to be worried about, okay? You're like the LSU defense. You care about sacks and turnovers. You just need to keep contained, okay? Like do the fundamentals, and then we can start worrying about side bets and parlays and same-game parlays like I see Megan always tweeting about, which, by the way, you can follow Megan at Megan Making Money. Get all of her picks through FanDuel. I believe y'all allow those same-game parlays, Megan. Is that correct?
Oh, yeah, we definitely allow them, and not only do we allow them, they are exclusive to FanDuel.
Oh,
So why do people bet on sports to begin with? To make it more interesting, right?
Yes.
Let's just make it more interesting, T-Bob. Something.
Yeah,
it doesn't
okay.
have to be
There's
financial.
some good
There's
spin
something out
zone,
there.
I guess. All right, so currently, Megan and Mincy are 9-12 at the top. I'm half game behind at 8-12-1, and Otter is 5-15-1. So I will lead with Mincy's picks since he is not here today. Mincy likes the Lions plus 2.5 to kick things off. Megan, what is your first pick?
I feel like I'm going to be a little ballsy here. I'm going to go ahead and take the Ravens minus the 3.5.
Ooh,
I'm going
spicy.
against the only undefeated team in the NFL. Not only are they undefeated, but they've looked super dominant. Shown very little flaws, but that second half of the Titans game, boy, did they let them come back. Look, I like the Ravens fresh off of a bye. John Harbaugh is 9-4 against the spread off of a bye.
Okay.
I think Lamar is going to have a great game. He's due for a great game. So, yeah, I'm gonna go and take the Ravens minus the 3.5.
All right, I am up next. My first pick of the day. Look, I continuously am impressed with Justin Herbert, and I am continuously unimpressed with Drew Lock and the Denver Broncos. Now, granted, this line feels so small that it's maybe a little stinky, and maybe I'm getting sucked into some sort of trap here because I'm just falling in love with Herbert's size and statistics, and the Chargers haven't exactly been a winning team. That said, give me the Chargers minus 3 on the road against the Denver Broncos. Otter, who you got?
All right. Last time this coach went up against Jared Goff, he had a pretty good game plan in the Super Bowl. I mean, shut them down. Flores against Goff in that low-scoring Patriots-Rams Super Bowl. Now, he doesn't have the same players. I get that. Doesn't have Tom Brady. Wasn't one of his best days, though. Only one offensive touchdown in the game. But a week off to prepare. Rams coming off that high-profile win. They look great against Chicago on Monday night. Little bit of a coast-to-coast trip here. A little humidity. Give me the Dolphins. And the Dolphins have been, their pass defense is one of the kind of undertold stories in the NFL this year. They're getting better and better. A little bit worried about the rookie making his first start in Tua, but I'm going to take the Dolphins plus 3.5 against the Rams.
Oh, man, Oddfather, let's go. Sean McVay and company taking 2 a time. If nothing else, Otter, you've had the most creative picks of anybody in the D-Generation Dome. Triple M, Megan making money. Actually, we're back to Ben here. And Mincy is actually on the opposite side of me. It looks like he likes Denver. He likes Denver plus the 3. Does Mincy? All right, Megan, who you got?
All right, so just talked about that Titans game, so I'm rolling it in, and I'm taking the Titans. So they looked really good in that second half. They showed their grit, that they're literally never out of a game. And they obviously lost, and they go up against the Bengals. And look, Joe Burrow has been just working. There's only so much he can do, especially against this team like the Titans. I think their offense is just way too much for the Bengals to handle. I can see the Titans even jumping out early and sustaining like a 14-point lead. I like the Titans here minus the 6.
All right, I am up next. And again, this is one that last week would have been lambasted. Megan, you were on it. How much public money was on the Packers last week?
Like 98%, something crazy.
And what did they do? They went and kicked ass, and they covered. Don't overthink it. The Vikings are hot garbage. I don't care that it's a division rival. None of that defense is left for Minnesota. The offense is not nearly threatening enough. Aaron Rodgers and this Packers team are in the zone. There is no way this is an Olaf, wish it was summer guarantee. There is no way that the Packers do not win this game by 6. Give me the Packers minus 5.5 at home versus Minnesota. Otter, what you got?
Cincinnati, too. Joe Burrow, 5-1-1 against the spread.
He's a
this
beast
year.
against the spread. He's a beast against the spread.
Yes.
Megan's got. She told you she was giving you ballsy picks.
But
I mean,
he
she gave you
can't-
Ravens minus 3.5 now, Titans minus 6.
Ballsy. I don't know if I have the onions to tackle Derrick Henry up high, so like Josh Norman. But anyway, the Raiders and Browns. Raiders, were in the game, and then TB looked good to close it out last week. They threw a couple of nice ones to close it out, and the Raiders go ahead. Now they're 3-3. Go to the Browns, and where are the Browns? I mean, they lost to Baltimore, looked really good the next 4 games against weaker teams, and they lost to the Steelers really bad. And they pulled it out. The Raiders, Derek Carr is not one of the better quarterbacks under pressure. But if you look at Myles Garrett, you think of the Browns with some pressure on the edge, bottom 5 in the league in pressuring the quarterbacks. Their pressure percentage.
The Browns are?
So the Browns, bottom 5 in the league in pressure. And so the Raiders, no pressure. I like it. Short number, no Odell. That's it makes things easier a little bit. And their running game is barely averaging over 3 yards a game since they lost Nick Chubb.
Yeah.
Give me the Raiders plus 2.5 against the Browns.
Okay, love it. Derek Carr and the Raiders plus 2.5 on the road in Cleveland. Back to the top of the order. I get to the end of Ben's list, and it looks like he, too, likes Green Bay minus 5.5. Triple M, you're up. Pick your final pick of the weekend. You've gone big balls on the first 2. How large will they be here on pick 3?
Pretty large because this team screwed both of us last week, but I'm going back for more. Give me Russell Wilson.
Okay,
minus the 3. Yeah. I know that they're on my card damn near every single week, but look, I'm not going to think that he's going to do that again. I'm cliche. Russell Wilson is not losing 2 games in a row, especially at home. He's always plays really well against the Niners. I know it's cheesy, but I just love Mr. Unlimited. I'm taking Russell Wilson, Seahawks at the 12th man, minus the 3.
Well, how about this? I got some good news for you, Meg. It looks like it is now Seahawks minus 2.5 on FanDuel.com. So even better. So
2.5. Get that number down.
We gotta love it. Okay, actually, it says very interesting, Meg. That was what I had originally written down as my third pick, but deciding to go against what they tell you to do at SAT testing and ACT testing. I am not sticking with my first instincts. I am trusting in a man that traditionally you should not trust in a franchise in this game that you should not trust in, but it is 2020. Everything is topsy-turvy. It's a new year, a new age, and there will be a new AFC East champion. That's right. I don't give a damn about Belichick or Newton. No more Brady. They're bums. Give me the Bills Mafia, putting Belichick on the table, and Josh Allen leg dropping him right through it. Give me the Bills minus the 3.5. That's right, 3.5. I don't even care. Go Bills. Otter,
Could
where
have
you at?
sworn I saw the Bills Mafia eating us some classic sausage and cheese kolaches in their last tailgate.
Yeah, they're gonna be
Kolache
jamming
Kitchen
those
on
sausage
Nicholson.
and cheese kolaches right down Bill Belichick's throat on Sunday.
How about Cam talking a good game? But, boy, he's been bad, really bad.
No, his quotes are great. His quotes are awesome. Like when he said, the
I know.
sky's falling, but I got my umbrella with me. Like, that's awesome, but it's not actually helping.
What's that ACD song? Who's got the biggest balls of them all?
Are you about to take the Jets?
Cowboys.
Oh,
Even
no.
worse. Okay.
Danucci?
Hold your nose.
You're rolling with Danucci?
Vinny Barbarino, baby. That's quarterback for the redhead. Look ahead line. I know Megan knows what it is. T-Bob, the look ahead lines are the lines that come out a week and a half. Okay, advanced by 11 days before the NFL games. And this look ahead line was Eagles 3.5. It's going to 9.5. Strictly on numbers alone, I think I'm getting an inflated line, getting some value. Can the Cowboys be this bad? They have been 0-7 against the spread. That's what only counts. Forget the 2-5. Who's got the biggest balls of them all? Give me the Pokes plus 9.5.
Okay, like I said, Otter, if nothing else, you have the most creative picks of everyone. I don't think anybody else who's currently 4-15 would take the 0-7 against the spread Cowboys. That is the biggest balls play of the week. Whether or not it works, whether or not it works, Otter, I'm fascinated by it nonetheless. All right, so the picks are in the books. I will tweet them out. Megan, tell everybody where they can find you this weekend.
You can find me on Twitter, Megan Making Money. And I already have my picks out. I also have a teaser out. The let's see, the Raiders and the Dolphins, I believe. I need to go back and look. I don't remember what number I put out. So, yeah, find me on Twitter.
Megan Making Money. Go follow her. Otter, what do y'all got going on today?
Got picks, man. Got 12 picks in college football this week. Bruce Marshall, the Gold Sheet. We're at Ruffino's, drinking with Lincoln, $5 old fashions from Barry the bartender. Just breaking in the weekend over here at Ruffino's.
Hey, Megan, what's better, Frozen 1 or Frozen 2? I'm assuming as a mother that you've seen both of them as many times as I have potentially.
Well, my son is anti-Frozen, but my daughter's starting to watch it. So I'm always
don't break his heart.
I know. I mean, I'm sitting here in an adult-size Olaf costume. Way to go, Megan's son. I hope you're happy with yourself. Wait, so, okay, Frozen 1 or 2 through your daughter, or through your eyes?
I like 1. I like originals for the most part, I kind of think I like Toy Story 2 better, though. It really depends. I think I like 1 better.
Okay, just watch it and see if 2 doesn't grow on you. I know I went through that arc as well. All right, when we get back, we'll wrap up the show. Huge thank you to Megan. Huge thank you to Otter. Another D-Generation Dome in the books. Huge thank you to Mincy as well, who's traveling to New York to join Barstool. And we will close out the show next here on OTBOT.
OTB OT. Our listeners fire off their opinions on the jimsfirearms.net hotline at 499-1045. Keep listening for your next chance to shoot us your thoughts with the jimsfirearms.net hotline on 1045 ESPN Baton Rouge.
Hello.
What's up, B? What you doing?
Chilling at the office working. You?
Hanging at the job site. Chilling.
Roof's up.
Hey, Greg. Roof up?
Roof's up. Roof's up. Roof's up.
Roof's up?
Roof's up.
Roof's up! Roof's up! Beautiful roof every single time.
True. True.
This is a house call. This is a follow-up appointment. This is a diabetes checkup. This isn't just more convenient care, it's more advanced care. This is innovating healthcare at Louisiana's #1 hospital, Ochsner.
ServiceMaster Elite create clean, disinfected work environments. As a local business, we take pride in serving the New Orleans and Baton Rouge areas. Our cleaning protocols follow CDC and OSHA standards for healthcare settings, offices, senior living, restaurants, and industrial plants. Contact ServiceMaster Elite to get your operation ready for reopening with germ disinfection cleaning. ServiceMaster Elite, the trusted choice in professional cleaning since 1996.
At All-Star Toyota, you get it all. If you're in the market for an all-new Toyota vehicle, come see our friendly and knowledgeable sales team at All-Star Toyota. Located in Baton Rouge at the corner of Airline and Goodwood, we've been serving our community since 2005 by offering a large selection of new Toyota cars, trucks, and SUVs. Get behind the wheel of your dream car and take a test drive at All-Star Toyota today.
To all of our heroes working on the front lines of this COVID-19 pandemic, your bravery and selflessness represent the very best of us, and we want to say thank you. I'm asking everyone around the state to join me in celebrating the heroism of our healthcare professionals on the 19th of every month at 1900 hours, that's 7 p.m. Write a note of appreciation, make plans to donate to charitable organizations, or say a prayer. To learn more, visit 19thanks.org. Thank you, and God bless.
T-Bob Hebert here with breaking news. Front to Back Boat Services is the shop to upgrade your boat tech this fall. With not 1 but 2 NMEA certified techs, who better to install your Panoptic sonar, your HD displays. You want to see the fish under the water before you even cast? They have that. Trolling motor you could control with your iPhone? They have that. So what are you waiting for? Get into Front to Back Boat Services right now. Upgrade your boat tech. Make your boating dreams come true. Front to Back Boat Services.
Gulf Coast Bank and Trust is a local bank with a straightforward philosophy,
It's about doing the right thing for our customers.
participating in our community with annual local fundraisers, offering individual attention in a modern banking atmosphere with a trusted local company. Gulf Coast Bank invested in technology with a local touch, giving our customers the power to bank anywhere, anytime.
We're building relationships through personal service as the bank that cares about you.
Gulf Coast Bank and Trust, the bank that cares about you.
During times of trouble, hope keeps us calm, and courage keeps us strong. Here in Louisiana, we know this better than most. After all, we've faced hardship, but hurricanes and floods never washed away what makes us strong. It's our culture, the spirit of resilience that says rise and rise up again. We'll make it through the tough times, we always do. And Blue Cross will always be here to support you.
Yo, join us for a TGIF edition of Hanging with Hester and Handy, presented by Richards Honda from noon to 3. We're going to welcome back Danny Cannell to talk quarterback play in the SEC and also give you one last look at LSU versus Auburn on 104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge.
OTB OT with T-Bob Hebert, ESPN Baton Rouge, New Orleans, Alexandria.
Booty Fett says, I'm almost 30. I hate dressing up. Which Alexander says, I'm over 30 and I love dressing up. Booty Fett then says, I just can't wrap my head around spending something on $10 only wear once. Well, that's the greatest part about costumes, in my opinion, is once you buy them, you have them forever. And who says you have to wear them once? Who knows what kind of engagements you could get down on, right? I wear my Star Wars costumes all the time, Wizards costumes all the time. Muso's rocking my Harry Potter robes today, which I will wear as well.
It's huge.
They are gigantic. They are the biggest robes that they sold at Wizarding World of Harry Potter. Obviously trying to fit myself. So no, I mean, look, I think over time, you get one costume a year, and then you watch your costume box get more and more badass, and then you kind of have a costume for whatever the occasion could possibly call for. And dressing up is just a ton of fun. So thank you to everyone who joined us on today's show. Look for Moscone to be very triggered on the scoreboard show tomorrow, as I wear this the entire time to make him angry. And we're going to have a lot of fun in the fan cave tomorrow as well with Emil and Alex and the rest of the crew. So come hang out with us on the 104.5 ESPN YouTube fan cave, and we're going to chop it up, watch LSU-Auburn. I think the Tigers get it done. The only thing that gives me hesitance, same thing that gave me hesitance in the South Carolina game, is simply that this defense has been so inexplicably bad at times that your expectations, your predictions go right out the window. But I actually think LSU wins this game. I think they're a much better team than is Auburn. And as far as Sunday goes, even though it's at Chicago and outside and the weather's bad, I don't like any of that. I like the way this Saints team is finding ways to win games, and I think they find a way to get it done Sunday. Huge thank you to Matthew Musso, Danny Cardenas, all of you listening. Keep it locked right here on 104.5 ESPN.
OTB OT.
Oh, hey, what's up? It's Big V and Bubba, 100.7 The Tiger Morning Show. We'd love for you to join us every weekday, 4 a.m.